Хөрхөн охид trap сонсон. Trap сонсон, trap донсон. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Даадаш дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. I'm here with Vinc from Pichel. CB Gold came to the podcast today, but they started throwing up in the parking lot. I'm not kidding. So feel better, CB. I guess he was taking a selfie, saw what was on the other thing, and just started puking. But do feel better, CB. And Joe the Kid
so much.
is out as well. I want to thank our sponsor, Speedweed. Listen, people, if you live in California and you want to smoke marijuana, you want to take edibles, you want to do CBD, you want to do vapes, no place, you don't have to leave your house or apartment or wherever. Okay, just go to speedweed.com. They will deliver it to you. They do overnight delivering. They are a great organization, a great company. Guy Gino is, you won't meet a better person than Gino, okay? He's a great, great guy, and they have a great company, and they do great work, and they sponsor this podcast, and they do a lot of cool stuff. So go to speedweed.com, enter the code ROASTED, and you get $10 off, orders $100 or more. Also, if you order on Amazon, okay, you order on Amazon. I know my wife does every night. I get stuff from Amazon every morning. Go to my website, adamhunter.com. Click on the Amazon banner on the front page and then order whatever you want. It helps me. It helps the podcast. Helps everything. And if you want an MMA Roasted versus Everybody t-shirt, okay, I'm sitting with the Joe Jaggy right now, okay? You can go get them on adamhunter.com. MMA Roasted versus Everybody t-shirts. We got really cool shirts. I will personally drive to the post office and deliver it to you. I'll even sign them if you want them signed. So personally, I will sign them. How are you doing, Vince? What's going on?
I'm doing good, man. Nothing. Just training and going to school right now. Preparing for my fight that I can now announce since I couldn't.
Tell me what's going on. Talk to me.
So I have a fight now. So last show, your last show I was on, I wasn't able to announce it because it hasn't been announced yet. Yep. And then like the very next day it gets announced, so I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I know. People were, okay, so tell me.
I'm like, I wish I could have told him. Like, I wish I could have just had him air it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But so I got a fight June 1st. Utica.
Yes. But Utica is better.
It's a weird word.
Okay, Utica, yep.
Utica, New York, against Gregor
Gillespie,
yeah.
Is it Gillespie or Gillespie?
I don't know. I always say Gillespie.
All right.
It could be Gillespie.
Now, this dude right here, I've been looking him up since that. He's undefeated. He's a 4-time All-American.
Yeah.
He was a national champion wrestler, this guy. He's good. So what are we doing for this fight?
I am training my ass off, getting prepared to be taken down a bunch of times and probably defend this guy laying on me trying to get me pregnant.
So wait, you're prepared to get taken down? What do you mean prepared to get taken down?
He's a 4-time All-American wrestler. There's no way I could say, oh, he's not going to take me down. I mean, yeah, I could say it, but realistically in my head, I know he's probably going to take me down at least like once or twice.
But you know who else was a 4-time All-American was that dude from Oklahoma who's got knocked out plenty of times. His brother's Jared. He went to OSU. The heavyweight was his brother, and he was in the World Series of Fighting, and he was younger. And Anthony Johnson like punched him into like oblivion. This dude, he was a good fighter. The guy was a really good fighter. I forgot the guy's name, but you know what I'm talking about. His brother's like this like heavyweight. He's in WSOF, and he's kind of fat. Anyway, he was a 4-time All-American too, and he got beat by Kendall Grove, I believe. Okay. So there are sometimes 4-time All-Americans does slightly translate to MMA, but I mean,
is true.
Now are we bringing in? I mean, he did pretty good. He made the UFC. The guy. I'm not trying to shit on the guy.
Yeah.
But
he's undefeated. He's 10 and 11-0.
Yeah. Now, what are we bringing in high-class wrestlers for this?
Yes, I have some very good wrestlers that I'm going to be working with in preparation for this fight. I feel like wrestling has always been my kind of my weak link in my little MMA triangle, I guess you can call it. Because I have like for me, MMA is a triangle. It's jits, wrestling, and then you're striking. I'm not biased against any kind of striking, whether it's karate or kickboxing or what.
Jake Rochhold, by the way, that's the guy's name, Jake Rochhold. Okay,
that's the guy that Anthony Johnson.
He's 4-time All-American. Yeah, exactly.
He made into a smear.
Yeah, this dude. Yeah. So wrestling's been your Achilles heel. You're bringing in like high-level wrestlers, bringing in All-Americans, national champions. Who are we bringing in?
Honestly, like a lot of my training partners are unknown training partners, but the guys that I bring in are hard workers and they're unknown and they're not. They don't have huge titles like, you know what I mean? They're not like a 4-time All-American D1 wrestler like this guy is, you know what I mean, so to speak. But they're very good wrestlers who've trained with a lot of like Olympic athletes and super high-level guys. But like I said, not really anyone you'd ever hear of. But those are the guys that I train with the most because those are the guys that are still hungry. They put in work, you know what I mean? And
but also, your power negates a lot of people's wrestling skills.
yeah.
People, the people think, oh, I'm going to take him down. All of a sudden, they get a whiff of your power and things. Now, are we working on Jujutsu Defense, like triangles from the bottom, Kimuras, stuff like that?
I'm always
escapes?
working my jits. I'm always working some slick stuff with my jits, some escapes, or some quick catches. Because obviously I watch tape on the guy and I see certain things that he does and then certain moves that I'm good at. I could kind of, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm going to insert that here when he does this, and you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I do have stuff like that I already have going on planning.
Are they giving you off work?
Ahead, man. I got plenty of time.
Are they letting you get off work?
I hope so. I haven't asked them yet. It just got announced. So I wanted to make sure it was getting announced and all settled. So I'm actually sitting right now. So I'm not even working right now. I'm just what we call sitting. So it's like I'm employed, but I'm taking like a few days off because like work's kind of slow right now. So no big deal. I'm just sitting, training right now, and then go to school.
I'm looking at it right now. So Gregor Gillespie, born in 1987. So you're 20 years older than him. Is an American college wrestler and mixed martial artist, competing in the lightweight division of the UFC professional to 2012.
What is that? Is Wikipedia?
Yes, he formerly competed for Ring of Combat. He was a lightweight champion there. Raised in Webster, New York. So that's where he's from.
So I'm basically going to his backyard.
Going to his backyard. He was a standout in wrestling, winning 2 state titles in New York State. Continued wrestling for Edinburgh. He was a 4-time NCAA champion. Won the NCAA championship in 2007. First true freshman to be an All-American. He graduated and he was assistant coach at Hofstra. That's where I went, to Hofstra. He signed with the UFC.
Oh, great. Now
After
you're going to bet
undefeated
on him.
record of 7-0 in the regional scene. He made
Hey, same as me.
Yes, and then he faced Andrew Holbrook. He won knockout first round. Faced Jason Gonzalez. He won the back and forth in the second round. Faced Jordan Rinaldi. He won the fight technical knockout. And he's facing Vinc Pichel. Now, he did have a split decision against Sidney Outlaw. So he...
A guy?
Yeah, Sidney Outlaw. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that we could... I think we're going to shock the world on this one. I do.
I think so, too.
Yes.
I think, without saying too much, I think once I hit him, he's going to feel my power, and he's definitely going to shoot in. He's not going to want to stand with me. He has pretty decent boxing, though. Not to take anything away from that either on him, but once he gets hit, he instantly shoots in. So I'm going to expect him to, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's why I'm expecting to get taken down, because I'm expecting to hit him and him coming in and catching me. And then
now, you asked me to come train with you last week. I was away.
Yeah.
But how about this, right? Because I'm going to Syracuse this week, but next week I'm in town. If I go to your wrestling for the next till the fight, do I get to walk out with you?
Oh, you want to walk out with me?
Yeah, that's been one of my goals in life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just to be a part of your. I'm actually booked that dude first. Fuck, but I'd be so excited.
Oh, say, dude, I would have let you walk out with me anyway.
Oh,
man.
hell yeah, that would be amazing.
I think they give us so many people. You can't go in the cage, obviously, but
Yeah, that would be awesome. Now I got to tell you about my crazy weekend, dude. So
yes, let me hear it.
All right, so Friday night I got booked at the South Point Casino, right? And it's a nice 200 people. It's a great. The Dirty at 12:30. It starts 12:30, right?
Dirty at 12:30. Is that what they call it?
Yes. So
of course, you're headlining it.
Of course, they encourage dirty jokes, right? So I'm on the way over there. Stephen Bonner hits me up and says, "Hey man, I'm doing my first comedy show ever at a strip club, like Wild Bill's strip club or something. Not even like, I never heard of this one. Yeah, you could tell.
He's looking pretty healthy too, by the way.
Bonner, yeah. So he's like, "Hey, do you want to come?" He's always come and support me. So I'm like, "Sure." Next thing you know, I'm just running late. Wife's kid outside of work late. Late start. And so I'm like, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to make it. But I'm performing tonight at 12:30. He goes, can I do 5 minutes? I'm like, sure. Why not? So I call the guy, Gabe, in charge. I go, hey, man, Stephen Bonner wants to do comedy tonight. He know he was. Why do I know that name? He's like, oh, UFC. I go, is he any funny? I go, well, I don't know. I have no idea whether he's funny.
See, the thing is...
But I think it'll be good press for the show, And he's like, all right, I'll give him 5 minutes, right? So normally there's 25 comics on this show. There was none. For some reason, there was nobody here except for one. So I'm like, Bonner, where are you? He walks in, and I could tell he's like, I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, he's high strung. He's like, bro, I go, how'd the show go? He goes, I got booed off stage. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, I killed it at first. Did 5 minutes. I murdered, and then I started making jokes about the strippers. So then they all started booing me, right? And
what?
Then, yeah, so that's at the girls at Wild Bill's.
Oh, there's strippers there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was at a strip club.
Oh, come on.
So then I'm like, hey. So then he's in the back, and they're announcing his. I go, are you ready? He goes, I think so. So they're announcing his name. They're like, Stephen Boner. Like, the guy doesn't. So then
he just comes out swinging.
Yeah. So Stephen goes on, and it was his first time ever. It was probably first night doing comedy, his second show. For that, I give him an A+. But he didn't have his jokes really prepared. He was reading off his phone, and then he couldn't read what he wrote. Oh,
was he?
And then then he started telling stories. But it was good. He's very likable, and the crowd liked him, you know. But he was he's supposed to get off in 5 minutes, so he doesn't know time, you know. So I'm giving him the light at like 8.
Oh yeah,
9,
they have like the red light, right?
Yeah, I'm giving him like my phone light. And he's still not getting off. So now he's like 15 minutes into like...
He's right, like, oh, they're taking photos now.
To 3 stories, right? And then he's like, oh, shit, is it my time? I'm like, yeah, right? And then like... He's like, so then he gets off stage. I'm like, dude, you got... He's like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know about the light, this and that. And then he's like, help me. I'm like, I'll help you, man. I absolutely boner, right? So then at the end of the show, everyone taking pictures. I ended up getting a standing ovation. It was fucking great. Great show. I had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
At the end... We're in the green room. It's me, Stefan, and this guy Mike Hammer, who's a magician, great guy, nice guy. And then like people are like leaving, and it's just me, Stefan.
Is the magician doing comedy too?
He does comedy also. He has his own residence downtown. So on Fremont Street. So this guy, sort of like this like kind of chubby drunk guy, sort of like makes his way into our conversation, like into our circle. And Stefan's telling the story about fighting Anderson Silva in Brazil and getting popped for steroids, all this shit, right? And the guy's like, man, you were the UFC. Man, you and Forrest, it's you. You're the UFC, right? Which is nice, right? And then people are leaving. He goes, but your comedy sucked. He goes, you suck tonight, man. You fucking suck. And I'm like, and you can tell Stefan. So I go up to the guy. I'm like, listen, man, this was his first time on stage. He didn't suck. And second of all, who the fuck are you? Like, just get away. Please,
you want to get your fucking neck broken off?
Yeah. So Stefan walks away. So me and Stefan walk into the green room, and the guy's friends telling him like, yo, man, get away. Hey, man, let's go home. Let's go home.
What was his nickname? The American Psycho, right?
The American Psycho. He's like, hey, man, let's go home. Let's go home. And then the guy's following Stefan, going, man, go back to fighting. Just go back. Just
Get the
fight.
fuck out
Go back
of
to
here.
fighting. So at this point, I'm looking for my camera. So I go in my bag, look at my camera. Right?
You're like, I'm just going to record it now, fuck it.
No, not just record it, just because my video camera. I couldn't find my camera, right? So I walk away, and this guy puts his hand on Stefan, like on his back, like, just go back into fighting, right? Stefan takes the guy's arm, does like some Steven Seagal fucking wrist lock throw. I've never seen the guy goes 180, like all the way up in the air, and lands on his fucking back. Like, and Stefan's like, who fucking sucks now? And
Oh, shit,
so now
dude.
I gotta get I'm like, Stefan, come on, man, get off him, right? The guy was fucking so scared. Like, his eyes were like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. So the guy and his friend were like, let's go. So they fucking run out. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You can't fucking, like, he's like, the guy put his hand on me, man. I was just securing the position. I didn't hurt him.
Securing the position.
I was like, bro, you can't start throwing fucking people. I go, but that is the coolest thing I ever fucking seen in my entire life. I'm telling everyone that story. But holy shit. I never saw anyone, like, you watch the Steven Seagal movies where he just grabs the guy's wrist and throws him. You're like, that would never fucking happen. There's no way. This happened. I saw him do the Aikido.
Steven Seagal is real.
Holy shit. Dude, this Stefan Bonner just fucking tossed the guy on his head. The guy, I mean, it was a perfect landing, too. The guy landed flat in his back. His eyes are like, he's scared as fuck.
God.
I couldn't believe it. And the thing is, I would have, if I would have done it to somebody, I would have been like cheering or like, holy shit. He was like, you could tell he felt bad he did that. He kind of felt bad he had to do that. But he's like, I hate these people. They think they could just yell, you suck at me. First of all, why the fuck are you yelling at a UFC fighter, you suck?
I know.
Or anybody, but especially...
Any kind of fighter, like...
You don't yell if you suck to anybody in their face, especially in the UFC, and you're following them around into the green room.
And someone that's the size of Stefan Bonner, too, because that guy's not small. He's huge.
Oh, my God. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy
fucking
shit.
idiot.
Dude, it was crazy. I couldn't sleep that night. I had to tell people. My eyes were like,
Just calling everyone like, hey, guess what happened tonight?
Yeah, people were like, huh?
It's fucking 3:30.
Yeah, it was 3:30. I told my wife first thing in the morning. She was dying laughing. It was crazy.
God.
I never saw anything like it, honestly.
Funny story about Steven Skull. Have you ever watched any of his videos, like his old, I can't even think of how his Hop Keto videos?
Yeah.
So he's got his Hop Keto get up on, he's doing like a demonstration. There's like a bunch of people around, you know what I mean? And he's like in the center, they're all circled around. And he's demonstrating this throw, and it's like a wrist lock throw where he just throws his kid, and it's a kid that he's doing demonstration on, maybe like a 16, 17-year-old kid. So Steven Skull's like talking about it. He's like, yeah, so what you want to do, he's going to throw it, and then you're going to grab it, and you're, you know what I mean? He fucking just slams his kid. Like, this kid cartwheels hard and like just slaps the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started laughing because I can't help but laugh because the kid's like a starfish in the air. Like, he has no control over his limbs. Steven Skull just tosses this kid, and this kid's like a little kid. So he tosses this kid, right? So he's like, yeah, see, and then it's all about the momentum and this and that and using their body force. So he's like, he throws another punch, and the kid throws another punch, right? Bam! Chucks the kid, right?
Yeah.
Just slams the kid down again, slaps the kid on the ground hard. This time the kid gets up, and he's like battered. The kid's like holding his arm, like he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, you tell the kid doesn't want to play anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Just go home now. And Steven Skull's like, all right, one more time, guys, and we're gonna demonstrate it. So he's like, come on, throw it. And the kid's like, no, like I don't want to throw a punch anymore.
Right.
Steven Skull's like, he like yells at him. Kid's like, oh, the kid throws a punch. Dude, he slams his kid so hard, like the hardest I've ever seen him slap his kid on the ground. I'm gonna find this video and
what
show
a
it
fucking
to you.
Steven Seagal. You just hear horror stories about how like nobody wants to do movies with him because he actually tries to hurt all his training partners.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
But then like Josh Barnett was like, I dare him to do it to me. Like, that's not gonna go down.
I know, right?
You know, it was crazy. So anyway, so Saturday we go to the fights, right? And you know, I got hooked up with great seats. I mean, like the best seats. You know, I'm like right behind Demi Lovato. So my wife's all excited, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Demi Lovato's there, and like next to like
Tell her I said hi.
a bunch of I did 100% told her that. So Brian Caraway is like, I think he's the second fight in. Brian Caraway is fighting. He's fighting a good guy, a guy who's 9-1, a guy who just beat Terrion Ware. Tough guy, and it's a back and forth fight. Like, I thought Caraway won the fight. It wasn't like the biggest robbery I've ever seen, but it was a robbery. And I was So I felt bad because I wrote a joke earlier in the week. I said, you know, Misha Tate and John Jones were feuding.
I saw that.
I got to take Misha's side. You know, Jones put drugs and coke in his body, and the only bad thing that, you know, Misha put was Brian Caraway. And then Caraway writes like, wow, right? So like,
you responded to it?
Yeah, he responded. So then I wrote him like, hey man, I hope you're not upset about this. He's like, no, absolutely not. He's like, I don't care, man. He's like, I know you're a good guy. And, you know, and I'm like, you know, and you could tell Caraway was nervous about this fight. He fought Cody Stamen. But Brian Caraway is one of these guys that is so much better than he thinks he is. It's like you could tell he's in his own head, thinking about how good. He even said before the fight, this guy, like, you know, they keep putting me up with a guy really tough. No one knows who he is, but he's tough. And I'm like, Brian, you got this. And I thought Brian did win the fight. He got the takedown in the last round. He definitely won the first round. And the second round I would give to Cody. So I thought, anyway, so that was annoying. And I ended up going to Brian's after party. It was funny because it was at
where was it?
It was at this club. It was like all black people, which is nothing wrong with that. But
Did you feel awkward?
Well, but no, not me. But like, I'm like, man, Caraway seems like a kind of a country guy. Like, he seems like
He's from NorCal. They're pretty ghetto up there.
He's from Washington State, though.
Is he?
Yeah. So we're looking around. Me and my wife are looking around the club, and like Big Sean's playing. You know, like, I don't fuck with you. Like, he's playing live.
Oh man, I love that song.
So we look over and we see like 5 cowboy hats. I'm like, guarantee those fucking Caraway's friends. So we go over there, and lo and behold, that's who was there. And but I thought Caraway, he did good.
Who does he have coaching? Who's his
Caraway?
coaching?
I think so what they said was he still trains their Extreme Couture, and Misha trains there or manages people there. Misha's baby daddy.
She manages people now?
Yeah, she manages Gina Danger, a couple other people.
Oh wow, good for her.
And she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And her baby daddy trains there also. And I guess it's kind of awkward, but they all, you know,
Wait. Isn't she? She's not with Caraway?
No, she left Caraway,
When was this?
Well, she's pregnant for 6 months, so I guess 6 months and 2 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she ended up, this guy from The Ultimate Fighter, nice guy. He's a good fighter, not a great fighter. I mean, Johnny Nunez. So Johnny Nunez.
That's so familiar.
So yeah, he's a good fighter, but he just hasn't had good luck in the UFC or getting on the show, or he lost to get on the show. But anyway, he was, and I called it because there was an episode where he lost, and Misha was like, "It's okay, baby," and like stroking his hair, and I was like, "Something's going on here. This is weird." And I said,
"You're like, he diddles her fiddle."
Something I said that on the air, and people were like, "Huh?" And then lo and behold, he's her baby daddy.
Damn, that sucks.
And they still train at the same gym. So Brian, but I guess I don't know.
And then Caraway just lost.
So, but yeah, he just lost. So anyway, so I said hi to Caraway. Came out, gave me the pound. Like, "What's up, buddy?"
Give me the pound.
Then Mike Pyle comes out next. And me and Pyle are friends, like good friends.
I love how just Joe Dirte that dude looks.
So he comes out. He comes out and gives me a hug because I have like I'm greeting people as I go into the cage, which is kind of like I'm the only one in the section doing that. But like whatever, I don't give a fuck. I'm having a great time. But anyway, so Pyle goes out there, gives me a hug. Then he gets knocked out, right? Or he gets stopped, and he's pissed. I'm like, fuck, I gotta stop hugging people. Every time I say hi to someone, they seem to lose.
You have their bad luck adding
Well,
people.
now I'm saying hi to other people who like the other guy. Like,
that's the guy you want to lose?
Yeah, the guy I want to lose.
Switch sides.
Yeah, switch sides. But yeah, that was sad because Pyle, it was his last fight, and he retired, and he lost to Zach Otto. And I don't know, man. But he's 42 years old. He's had so many fucking fights.
I didn't realize how old he was, honestly.
His first fight was against Rampage.
Yeah.
At like 50 pounds heavier. He's like, fuck it, he like signed up.
He's been around for a long, long time.
Yeah, and the guy's a legend. He has nothing to prove. And honestly, in some ways, even though he got stopped, he got knocked out last fight, I would almost rather see a guy lose twice by knockout and say it's time to hang it up than a guy win barely and be like, "Oh, I can still do it," and then get completely fucking demolished. You know?
I think it was, maybe it was him or Nate Quarry. Never mind, it was probably Nate Quarry. Never mind.
So then, like you said, CB Dalloway, Hector Lombard's next, right? So this fight, they're going back and forth. In the first round, I would say CB was looking pretty good, but Hector was starting to land, right? So then...
CB has been looking pretty good lately.
So then the bell goes off, right? And then after 3 seconds later, Lombard throws a punch.
In the first?
In the first, after the bell, knocks CB out fucking cold.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he comes, he doesn't know where it is. And then they stop the fight. So he loses by disqualification.
No way.
Now, Hector is pissed. He said he said this guy should have won the Oscar. And he did post the picture of him knocking him out, but turned the sound off on the post. So on Instagram you just see him knocking the guy out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm like, Hector,
so you don't hear the bell?
You don't hear the bell. Look, it was after the bell. Roy Nelson even look at Roy Nelson's tweet because Roy Nelson kind of did. You know, he was in the middle of a combination, though. And Big John McCarthy said the ref...
Nelson said that?
Yeah, the ref said 90% of the time...
Only a fat bastard that has so obesely gorgy that he can't stop his own damn arm once it's in motion.
well, every time they say...
I mean, he was in mid-combo.
Every time they hear, Nelson hears combos, he's like, I'll have a Whopper and 3 fries. So
6-piece with the mash.
Yeah, so what happened was... So it's debatable because... McCarthy said the ref did everything right except for
Is it Mark Smith, the ref?
I think he
I don't like that.
Yeah,
guy.
Mark Smith.
Well, he's on all right.
Exactly.
When I find Jaquana, he was a little biased.
Why?
Because I wasn't black.
But he didn't get in between them. That's what he didn't. Like he should have said time.
I'm watching it right
and
now.
got in between them. All right. So right now Vince is watching.
Oh, it was at the end of the.
Yeah. Right? By the way, I love the fact that I'm explaining to the UFC fighter what happened in the UFC. The comedian is telling the UFC fighter what happened.
Busy lifestyle, bro.
I hear you, man. I know it's hard being on Tinder, and you're not even on Tinder. But black people meet, or whatever the fuck you're doing. So.
Yeah, black people meet, or what's the farm one again?
Farmers Only.
I love the farm one.
Well, now there's Soul Swipe.
What's Soul Swipe?
That's for black people also.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not as big
as
like you would think. So, so it was 10 seconds. You could just watch Roy Nelson's thing. Roy Nelson does a whole thing about it.
I'm fast forwarding. I'm in the last 30 seconds here.
So CB Dalloway. So anyway, so that was that. People did think CB kind of exaggerated it, but Hector hits fucking hard. And until you've gotten hit by Hector Lombard, you can't really say, Plus, I don't know. It was hard. I feel bad because Hector's lost like now I think 5 in a row.
Oh, is it really?
So
I mean, he's still in the UFC, so let's see. All right, listen for the bell.
He's watching.
Ooh, that was good. Right, left. Oh, dude! Get the fuck.
So what do you think?
Okay, that was blatantly after the bell.
You think so? You don't think that he was in the middle of throwing a combination? And
I mean, no. No, there's no way that was a middle of a combination.
I don't think
said that?
Roy Nelson.
Get you Twinkie eating son of a bitch.
I don't think you've ever laughed this hard at anything I've ever seen you do. You're an evil fucker.
Dalloway, dude, they were straight clean open shots. Dalloway's hands were straight down. But Dalloway throws that kick at the bell, lands the kick at the bell.
You think Hector got mad at that was the problem?
Lombard catches the kick, bell goes off. You could tell Lombard thinks about it, and then he's like, fuck it. Boom, boom. He throws the 1-2.
The thing is, I think Hector would have won that fight anyway. I don't think he would have needed to do that.
Hey, shoulda, woulda, coulda, bro. You can't say that now.
Right. So then John Dodson comes out next, right?
I want to see his acting now. Hold on. He was expecting Mark Smith to help him up. Wait, is the fight over?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it, because he can't continue. So then he won by disqualification.
Wait, he didn't wave it off, though.
I know, it was like during the middle of the round they waved it off, because the doctors came in, everyone came in and checked him out.
The middle of the second?
No, after that. He like in the middle of the round.
Oh, of the break?
Yeah, the break, yeah.
Oh, my God. What the hell? Okay, yeah. Dude. These referees, man.
He should have been in the middle of it. That's what Big John said. You got to get in the middle of that.
Yeah.
But he said that Hector should have been disqualified.
Woo! Dude, that was a good combo, bro. I can't help but just like
admire the combo.
Admire it, yeah. Just admire the cleanliness and just the crack of.
Oh yeah, so that was that. So now the crowd's booing. But I don't know if they were booing CB or booing Hector. I'm not sure who they were actually booing. They were just, but the crowd.
Half the time, I don't think they know either.
Yeah, I never understand who they're booing. So then John Dodson fights next, right? And Dodson looked great in the first.
I love John Dodson too. He's such a cool dude.
So he fought Pedro Munoz, and he was doing great. But then Munoz kept kicking him in the balls, like second fight in a row. I mean, clean. Like Johnson, basically jumps for a Superman punch, and he kicks him right in the fucking balls. And
how many times did you get kicked in the balls?
I mean, the one was enough to and basically, this happened last fight too, where Dodson kicked in the balls, and he said if he throws, there's a new rule, because the girl who shit herself, that girl who shit in the octagon.
Yeah, it's illegal to do that now.
Yeah, now you can't shit in the crowd.
Which, I mean, I understand that, but I don't, because it's like, I mean, I understand why they make the rule, but then again, I understand the fighter being you can't control it. Well,
I understand shitting and pissing, but throwing up, why do they add that to that?
Yeah.
Because Dodson said his last fight he was about to throw up, and that's why he was headhunting, because he knew he was going to throw up. Meanwhile, if I ever fought anyone in the UFC, I would just shit in the middle of the octagon to end the fight. If someone was like, you have to fight, Ngannou or something, I'm like, okay, no problem. Sign the contract. Fucking I would hold it in for a week, and then just fucking blast away, and everyone starts booing, and I'd
drop your load, collect your check, and split.
It'd be amazing. That'd be the best way to. So anyway, so Dodson gets kicking the balls twice during this fight, and then at the end he's up 2 rounds to nothing really. In the end, he's just kind of coasting and boxing and kind of running away.
I kind of hate how he does that.
But he won the fight, and I don't blame him. The guy got kicked. I even texted him hey man, hope your balls are okay.
Was it just twice he got kicked in the nuts?
Yeah, but the first one was brutal. If you look up fucking Dodson ball kick, I mean it was really. I don't know. I think people are maybe enamored by he's so little. Like in midget porn, you want to see if the guy's dick is as big as regular. Maybe the fighters are trying to feel his cock out or something. But they
is it really like he says?
It was, yeah. Dodson hit me back. He's like, I know, I want to have kids.
Ball kick, I'm just putting.
Put Dodson, Munhoz,
ball kick.
Munhoz, kick balls or something.
Kick balls, 3 days ago. Here we go.
Yeah.
Gets kicked in the balls. Oh, Mark Smith, the referee again?
Yeah, this dude had a tough fucking.
Oh my God. Dude.
Right? I mean,
If he had a vagina, it would have got sucked in. Dude. Holy shit, dude.
yeah. Yeah, it was like one after another, these fucking fouls. I mean,
He was like off the ground.
yeah. So that definitely changed the course of the fight.
Can you hear the music that's along with this song?
Yeah, well, some people are fucking sick and twisted.
Listen to this music.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what, right. Why would you play that music? So yeah, so after that, but Dotson was kicking the guy's ass before that. So I think people just like weren't even that mad that he ran away because people were like he got kicked again in the balls after that. So then Alex Hernandez is fighting Beneil Dariush next. And then, but Dotson did say he's running the cage like, "Hey, Adam," so, and gave me five.
Did he?
Yeah, so he kind of broke the curse, which is good.
Right on.
So
See, and it all started with that shout out.
yeah, exactly. So Hernandez and Dariush, dude, Dariush, I was like, he's got this. The other guy's taking the fight on like 3 days' notice.
Yeah.
Beneil's a killer. They went fucking
He
punch.
is. He's on a tear too, isn't he?
Dude, they went punch for punch. He knocked him out in 42 seconds.
Damn.
And if you look at that fucking knockout, it was like, I thought Beneil was dead. And this dude was like, I'm here, taking over. I don't give a fuck. Line him up. I'm taking him down. I mean, this dude for real. Alex Hernandez. Yeah, is for real.
With a Z. Hernandez. Hernandez.
Yeah, he knocked out. I mean, fuck. And like, I
Why
felt
does it
bad.
always come
'cause
up with a baseball guy, Alex Hernandez?
I felt terrible because Benny's my friend, and I was rooting for Benny. But
I must have spelled it wrong.
props to this kid.
Alex Hernandez.
Yeah, Beneil Dariush. You gotta give credit where credit is due because I did not see that one happening. I would have bet the farm on Benny. So then,
Beneil Dariush?
yeah.
Beneil.
So
That's such a weird name.
So then Mackenzie Dern takes on Ashley Yoder, right? People hate Mackenzie Dern.
I like her.
I like her too. She's got a great ass.
Exactly.
Fucking good-looking face, good-looking
Yep.
fighter, jiu-jitsu star. But I guess they're mad because they say she's got a fake Brazilian accent. Like she grew up in the Valley, but she claims she had a translator. And they claim that like they're mad because she pretends to not know English so to appeal to Brazilians.
Really?
This
Is
what
she
people-
Brazilian?
I don't know. I just know people are angry at her for faking an accent. I never
I
saw
thought she was a
anyone-
white girl.
Yeah, but I guess she had a translator for some reason. And people are mad at her for this. But this fight, I wanted Yoder to win because Yoder's been on the podcast, came to my comedy show, seems like a really cool chick. And, okay, the first round, I would give it to Mackenzie. Then Yoder put it on her in the second round. Mackenzie Dern, another one where a classic example of a fighter who wants to prove they can do something else in the ring as opposed to their base and is going to lose quickly by doing so because Mackenzie Dern, they're saying is one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world, but she gets into a striking match and her striking is not very good. In fact, I
haven't seen her striking.
It's not good.
Oh my
it's
God.
not the worst I've ever seen. She has a good overhand right, but she winds it up. You can see it coming. It's a looping punch. She does. I mean, when it lands, yes, she's got power and pop, but not enough pop to put out Ashley Yoder. And Yoder easily won the second round. Third round, Yoder was winning. She was on the way to win it, and then finally got taken down by Dern with like a minute left. Dern sunk in a rear naked choke, couldn't finish it, which everyone was. But the guy next to me was like, "Oh, this fight's over. It's a lock." But this is like he compared Mackenzie Dern to what's the 170 pounder that I'm talking about, the guy from Brazil who's the guy that would Damian Maia. Like, oh, this is like Maia. This is a lock. She couldn't finish it against Yoder. Yoder's got so much heart. She's 0-3 in the UFC. You watching the Beneil fight?
Yeah, Alexander Hernandez.
Yeah, that was some punch, right?
He's 9-1.
Did you watch?
What was it? Just a straight left?
It was something that put Benny out. I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah, it was a left.
Yeah, this dude is legit. I mean, look, Benny will be back. Benny's a great
that dude
fighter.
Southpaw?
Benny will be great. I mean, look, it was one of those things. I think that Benny,
That was a straight left.
he was supposed to fight.
Yeah, his fight got pulled, right?
Yeah, supposed to guy Bobby Green.
Yeah, Green.
And I think he might have either overlooked this guy or didn't underestimate this guy's power or something. But yeah, that was hard to watch. Caitlin Vieira, Kat Zingano. Kat just took too much time off. You could
Yeah.
and Caitlin Vieira is on a roll. But somebody had to fight for Kat, that judge is on crack.
Really?
Yeah, because she clearly lost every single round. Arlovsky Struve, that fight was boring as fuck. Stefan Struve just does not know how to use his height. And he came in with these like...
He's so goofy. You know, he reminds me of like a new age Tim Sylvia. Remember Tim Sylvia?
Yeah.
Like how just goofy and awkward he was and how he would just wreck you because of his weirdness.
Yeah.
I thought Struve was going to do that, but then he didn't.
Another guy takes way too much time off. You know, just takes too much time off. You got to be active.
After Mark Hunt broke his head.
Yeah. But I'm saying, why should Mark Hunt be able to reach him? The guy is 7'1". Mark Hunt's like 3'6", and knocked him the fuck out. It's crazy. O'Malley, this fight was the best.
Oh, yeah.
Because O'Malley came out, and I'm telling you, the kid's a star. The whole arena was for O'Malley. And he comes out there. He's fighting Andre Suckumtop. It was a good fight. O'Malley had him out, hurt, like twice. Then in the third round, O'Malley like rolls his ankle or breaks his ankle, right? He's on one leg, right? Like he literally can't stand up. He's
Get out of here.
Hopping around, right?
And the ref didn't stop it?
Well, all Sukumtov had to do was like kick out his leg, and they would have stopped. Kick out, but instead he goes for the takedown, and O'Malley wins. Yeah, it was probably maybe the dumbest thing I've ever seen in sports. I mean, look, and then Sukumtov got mad at O'Malley's corner because he said that was the most disrespectful corner. I'm like, but bro,
why? It's a fight. I mean,
yeah. So that was that, and then Ortega Edgar was fucking rough. That one, I didn't see that happening. I mean, Frankie Edgar has better boxing, I would assume, than Brian Ortega.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's MMA, right? I mean, I think he was so worried about the guillotine that he forgot about the uppercut. And
well, when he heard that uppercut, he was already rocked. So Ortega caught him with that elbow.
Elbow.
And you know what? The way Ortega was fighting against Edgar was very smart. So Edgar's he's fast. He's an in-and-out fighter, and he's very good with his boxing, his footwork. And Ortega knew that, so Ortega was playing not like a boxing game with him, but he was playing not like one-on-one with his hands, but like two-on-one. So he's using his hands and his elbows. So you can see when he was coming in, he would like throw punches and then use his elbows to block his punches and also throw at him too when he was coming in.
Ortega's a star. Frankie will be back. And then Cyborg versus Yana. I mean, that was just, you know, she was a 10-1 favorite, which almost made me want to put money on the other girl because I'm like, but
at least $5.
She had a decent low single, but after she got rocked, but every single time Cyborg touched her, she went down. Like they touched gloves.
Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Cyborg total strikes 42-17.
Every time she touched her.
Significant strikes 33-5.
Yeah, it was rough. It was hard to watch.
Total strikes 42-17.
And then my man won in Bellator, defended the title. Darian Caldwell.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I said it. I go, this guy's the next big thing. I think that honestly, he would do very well against the top guys in the UFC, against TJ.
Think so?
He's a national champion wrestler. He trains with Dominic Cruz. He cuts 40 pounds, possibly 50 pounds.
He cuts 40 pounds.
He's about 3 inches taller than me.
No.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
And he was, you know, I think he was a 4-time state champion in New Jersey. Yeah, I think he would give those guys a hell of anyone a problem. So yeah, that was a
good place too at Alliance. There's a lot of killers over there.
Yeah,
we got some good training there.
And then the Joe Warren fight was good. He ended up losing to Joe, to the guy who beat Caldwell, the guy from Guam, Joe Tamaglio or something. But it was a good fight. And then Christina Williams beat Emily Dakota. There was actually a really, really good female fight.
Was it?
Yeah. Really, really good female fight.
I don't know why, but I like watching good female fights.
Yeah.
Like when two chicks are like going at it. Like I don't know why, but I like those fights.
Absolutely. So now they're trying to make Rampage versus Vanderlei 4 in Bellator.
Oh my God, dude. The senior edition.
Who is this for? I mean,
know.
I'm still going to watch it, but
I'll probably watch it
but
too.
Why are we doing this? Rampage came in so out of shape against Chael.
Yeah, like he didn't even train at all for that fight.
No.
He probably didn't.
At heavyweight. What, are we going to fight at 205 now? I don't think he can make 205.
Really? It's going to be
Or what does Vanderlei got to be?
No, that's
heavyweight?
light heavy. Light heavy's 205.
Yeah.
They're going to do light heavy?
I would assume.
Oh my God.
Right? I mean, Vanderlei's not a heavyweight.
No, he was a middleweight, I think.
He fought at 205.
He did fight at 205, but I think wasn't he a middleweight? Because him and Franklin would get into it. Yeah.
So and then of course Bellator signed Chuck Liddell, Chuck Liddell, I don't know if you've ever seen him. Like,
Chuck.
He is.
What the fuck?
I mean, Chuck is a hero and a role model and amazing, but he could barely walk. I mean, if you have ever stood next to him, he does not look very well.
You could look at photos of him now, from then and now, and you could tell that like the toll that fighting has taken on that dude.
Yeah, and I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, are we that desperate for? I mean, Darian Caldwell is like 10-1. He beat Joe Warren in a minute. He's a national champion. You have him. You have MVP, who's undefeated. You have Ed Ruth.
I understand like
monster.
if Chuck Liddell's gonna fight Rampage and those guys, like all the other older guys, but I mean, he's not gonna compete at the level.
But what are we even doing this for? I mean, I understand that they're trying to get views on it, and then their philosophy is okay, get people to watch it, and then throw in the younger guys.
You know what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the first televised murder on air,
and
then
that's fucking true.
Get MMA shut down, basically.
So Shevchenko called out Montano. Valentina Shevchenko will absolutely murder the girl who won the Ultimate Fighter. And I like that girl. She's Native American. I like her, and she's tough, but I don't see that being competitive.
Let me see that chick. I like Valentina.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Yeah,
and she seems actually a fun, cool girl. I like these Polish chicks. I think she's.
I don't know. I like foreign chicks.
Yeah, have you ever banged a foreign chick?
Yeah.
From where?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. No, you're absolutely right. They view sex totally different than American girls, and they look at it. I don't know how. They're way more free, more fun. I mean, other than my wife, but yeah, 100%. Dude, my wife wants to have sex all the time. Like, dude,
I don't know if this chick with the half-shaved head that's like fighting her is like turning me on or not yet.
Lately, my wife wanted to have sex like 3 times in 1 month.
In 1 month?
Yeah, it's fucking killing me, dude.
You're like, Jesus, we're married. What do you want from me?
Yeah, it's like, what is this? 3 times in 1 month? Like, shit. By the way,
real life struggles of the married man.
By the way, we do have great guests on today.
Oh, we do we?
Yes, we have Max Payne.
Max Payne?
Yeah, you know who that is?
Like the video game guy?
No,
and
not
the movie
him.
guy?
No, Max. Yes, exactly. We have him. We have fake video game guys on. No, Max Payne, the guy that just beat Mike Perry.
Oh, right on.
Yes, and we also have Belal Muhammad, who's on a 3-fight winning streak.
No clue who that is.
Who called out Colby Covington. By the way, speaking of which, I got to tell you about. So my friend sent me this. So I guess Mike Perry's girlfriend and him broke up.
After the fight?
Just today or yesterday.
Oh, was it because the horse race comment was it?
I don't think she's banging Colby Covington. No, but
oh my God.
But this is
Can you imagine it?
First of all, her name is Platinum Princess Official, right? So
wait, like her social media name,
on
right?
Instagram.
Not like her actual.
You can't break up with a guy and then keep his nickname.
You can't.
So she wrote, Mike and I are no longer together. I wanted to. First of all, why are you telling Instagram this? Just break up with somebody, and I mean, come on.
But when it's on social media, I just get my popcorn and just.
Oh,
watch.
of course, absolutely,
100%.
I goes. I wanted to explain what is going on because there are so many people who have shown us so much love and support and have invested into us. I felt like you guys deserve answers. All right. Well, nobody asked, but okay. I also don't want to get hundreds of comments on my photos out here like, "Where's Mike? Why aren't you together?
Who's this guy?"
Yeah, and such. I get that, but you know what? You can't put photos of you and him together and then get mad when you guys aren't together. Like, you started this Instagram page.
Yeah.
You know, but okay. I'm a huge believer in God and that everything happens for a reason. And everyone is in your life is there for a reason. Do I believe that? I believe in God. Everything happens for a reason? I don't know. I mean, like the Holocaust, like what was the reason there? I mean, there's a lot of things that I could say. Like when like little kids die of cancer. Like, is there really a reason for that? I mean, what's the reason there?
I honestly feel like there's no reason for anything, but I tell myself all the time that things happen for a reason and they work out the way they're supposed to, just to keep my own. Whenever
something bad happens, it happens for a reason. But like when a good happens, it's because you deserve it. I guess, which is for the reason also. But okay, I get it. Mike and I are not meant to be together in a relationship, but only to be friends and support each other through life. No one could ever know what happens behind closed doors. Well, I guess you guys can know.
She beat him.
No one. No matter how great things may seem through social media. We are human. Really? I thought you guys were aliens, and we all.
I mean, they
make
kind of look like
mistakes.
it.
Yeah, that's human. Actually, fucking leaning towards the aliens. Mike, unfortunately, has a wandering eye. A wandering eye. She didn't even say wandering eye. A wandering eye. It should be a wandering eye.
Wandering,
But
not
she said
wondering.
Like, what the fuck is she wondering?
Maybe she wanted to write whispering, but then got mixed between all three words.
I think he's wondering why he fucking hired you as his trainer when you're yelling "break his leg" during fights and shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, and at this time, it wandered too far. Man, see, spell check is you got to use spell check. Does Instagram have spell check? I don't know if they have it, right?
Instagram?
Yeah, because you could write wondering.
It's not like the app, but the phone should have it if it's a smartphone, which it should be if she has Instagram.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they have anything smart in this relationship.
Unless she's a fucking caveman.
And I
living
couldn't
under a rock.
accept anymore. No physical cheating happened, but enough was said, and I hit a limit I couldn't return from. Okay, that's fucking weird. You know, like you hit. No, there's no cheating happen. What, the guy looks at other chicks? I mean, have you seen fucking Mike Perry? The guy's a fucking testosterone machine. I mean,
He is, dude.
If anybody,
He's a UFC fighter.
UFC guy with fucking eyebrow tattoos.
He's got dreadlocks when he fights.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's thuggy.
That dude right there. I mean, if no cheating happens, I don't know. I mean, a wandering eye. Fuck.
But yeah, because let's be real. Like in relationships, like I'll admit this. Like I don't cheat, but I've never cheated. But I do look at other girls too, because it's like, yeah, like if I see a hot chick, yeah, I'm gonna look.
I mean, what do you must have said? Looked at a girl and was like, "Hey, she's hot" or something, and then he's probably trying to get her into a threesome. I mean, you're not saying that to fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that sometimes like I'll do the opposite. Like I'll see a girl who looks hot but like trashy or something, and I'll go to my wife. I'm like, oh,
Ooh, but I like that.
like look, yeah, secretly me too. But I have to go like, oh, look at that, and then my wife goes, like, don't judge her. Like, and she gets mad at me when I was just trying to like put my wife up in some way. You never win. If I'm like, oh, I'd like to fuck her, I sleep on the couch. And if I say, oh, look at that fucking beast, I'd be like, oh, really? Well, what if I get fucking that? It's like there's no winning.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no physical cheating happened, but enough was said, and I had a limit, and I couldn't return from. Well, you hit a limit. He didn't hit anything his last fight. I'm not mad. I don't hate him at all. I hope to remain friends. Yeah, good luck with this. Like, you don't hope to remain friends. First of all, a guy like Mike Perry, if he has a new girlfriend, which he probably will in like 6 minutes, his new girlfriend will not want him to be friends with her. There's no way.
I feel like her whole speech is her writing it to hurt Mike. You know,
If she's
does that
gonna
make
act
sense?
like this, and he didn't cheat, he might as well have just cheated. Like I hate, like I get shit sometimes like that. Like my wife, like sometimes, like some girl will text me something, or like my ex, something will text, and I'll text back, but I'll be like nice about it. Like anytime someone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I always text back like, "Great, we have a daughter on the way. Can't wait." You know what I'm saying? Like, letting you know that like I'm not interested, or I'll respond back. But even that is like, well, why are you texting her back? I'm like, fuck. But anyway,
I've gotten that shit too before.
I don't hate him at all. I hope to remain friends and be someone he knows will always tell him how it is. And can always receive honest. Okay, and then it just keeps going. So
Tell him to kick him in that. What's she saying?
break his leg.
Break his leg.
Fuck. So I wanted to write like his wandering eye will never see the title, but I was like, but he might get mad at that, even though it'd be a joke, Mike. And I actually am a fan of Mike Perry. He's won me over. A guy like that might get upset. So I just said, I just tweeted, hey man, you can't blame the guy for looking for different trainers, you know, like so that way. You know. But anyway, so Mike Perry.
Nice, safe joke.
Safe joke, doesn't really insult him, and puts him up, makes her bad. You know, like those are the hardest but best jokes to do. Are the ones where you like, look, every joke has a victim. You got to make fun of somebody, but if you could somehow do it in a way where it's funny and you're not really fucking hurting the person, even the Caraway joke. Look, all I said was the only bad thing she put in his body was Brian Caraway. Like,
I thought that was a good joke.
and it's like, what? I'm calling you a bad thing? I mean, that's not really. He's been called a lot worse than bad, you know. And plus,
And if that's gonna hurt his feelings, I mean, he's got some real pride issues.
it didn't hurt his feelings, and I knew it wouldn't because there's nothing like I'm not calling him a douche or like, hey, you suck or anything bad like that, you know.
Man, you should.
No, I happen to like Caraway. I do happen to like the kid, and I wish him nothing but luck. and in his future. And the guy like that, man, he should not have been on the fucking prelims. Neither should Mike Pyle have been on the prelims.
Yeah, I wonder what their logic is now when they do that.
Kat Zingano has lost 2 fights in a row. I guess they're trying to push up Caitlin Vieira, so that's why they put her on the main card, but I don't know. Anyway.
Ooh, which is Caitlin the hot one?
Caitlin's not bad. I mean, a lot of it is like these. Depends if you're into Brazilians, but they're both Kat. I've never been like that attracted to Kat, but she's an attractive woman. You can't deny Caitlin. Anyway, but listen, people, I want to talk to you about Simple Contacts. Simple Contacts is a convenient way to renew your contact lens prescription and reorder your brand of contacts from anywhere in minutes. It's vision care, simplified. Here's how it works, people. You need to renew your prescription? Take a 5-minute vision test from your phone or computer. It's renewed by a licensed doctor. You receive a renewed 1-year prescription and reorder your contacts. Do you have an unexpired RX? Just upload a photo of your doctor's information and order your lenses. How cool is that? That's
pretty awesome.
It's convenient. You can renew your prescription and reorder your brand of contacts from anywhere in minutes. No more doctor's offices or waiting rooms. They got speed. I mean, the vision test is self-guided and takes less than 5 minutes. Think of how much time you save compared to making an appointment, getting to the eye doctor, taking time off, canceling the appointment, blah, 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 blah.
That's something that really sucks about doctors, too, is the appointment time and all the time it takes sitting there waiting.
Absolutely. It's reliable. It's designed by doctors and licensed ophthalmologists. They review every test carefully to make sure your eyes look healthy and that your vision hasn't changed. And you get a choice. You get all the brands of lenses you're familiar with, including options for astigmatism, multifocal lenses, colored contacts, and more.
So even you are covered.
Yes, even you. Listen, people, Simple Contacts customer support ensures every customer is 100% satisfied. You get text updates, and your order can ask questions, and you can reorder and via text anytime. And you save. The vision test is only $20. Come on, compare that to an annual appointment, which without insurance would cost you over $200. The contact lens prices are unbeatable.
That's a copay right there.
Standard shipping is free. And best of all, we're offering a promotion to our listeners.
Yeah.
Yes, people, okay? So you get $30 off your contacts at simplecontacts.com/mycode. Enter the code MYCODE at checkout. That's MYCODE. That's $30 off your contacts at simplecontacts.com/mycode. MYCODE. Okay, listen, people. Now listen, this is not a replacement for your periodic full eye health exam, okay? It's not that, all right? I'm telling you.
Still get your eyeballs checked.
I'm telling you, people. So, you got to do it. It lets you renew your prescription and reorder your brand of lenses from anywhere in minutes. How cool is that? Save time. Time is very, very valuable, okay? $30 off. Check it out, simplecontacts.com/mycode. Thank you. And give it a try and thank me later. So, yes, we got so what else? What else is going on? So, Vince, how often are you training every day?
I'm training every day. That's how often.
Just like once a day or like...
Yeah, right now I'm just training once a day. I still got, I'm 3 months out, so I'm not going too crazy yet with my training. I'm just staying in shape, just doing some mind stuff, just going over technique and stuff, just playing around, basically, just training, having a good time in the gym.
Got it.
Probably the start of April is when shit's going to get real.
Now, are you insulted that they gave you this guy? Are you like thinking that they're trying to like teach you a lesson, or are you like, fuck it, good, bring him?
No, not at all. Yeah, I'm option C. Was that C or D?
Yeah.
At the last one. I'm like, fuck it, man. I just want to fight. I just like fighting, honestly. Like, it's the only real thing that I've ever had that's always let me just be myself and puts a smile on my face, no matter what I'm going through. And Gregor's a tough dude. He's undefeated. I'm going to be in his backyard, so I'm sure New York's not going to be too fond of me. But I'm stoked, man. I'm kind of excited for it. I need this. I feel like there's too much pressure on me for this fight, but there's definitely a good amount of pressure like any other fight.
You got this, bro.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
You got this. You know who else has got this? Hold on a sec. I gotta call this guy Max Griffin right here. Max Payne.
Max Payne.
This kid's tough, man.
He's also sponsored by Lana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, calling
I
you
believe
now.
so.
Calling you now. Okay, cool. Oh, by Iridium?
No, Lana's egg whites.
Oh, Lana's egg whites. Yeah, what is that, by the way?
Just egg whites.
They just send you egg whites?
Yeah, she sends me egg whites.
Oh, nice. That's very nice of her.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't really eat eggs, but I mean, it helps me a lot when I'm like in my last little bit of training.
All right, hold on. Come on, man. Pick up the phone. There we go.
Rockstar.
How's the ladies treating you?
Pretty lonely right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you so lonely?
I don't know, because I'm being like antisocial right now.
As opposed to any time at a time?
I'm just like, I'm like training or at school or at home high. Like, you know what I mean? Like people be like, invite me out. I'm like, nah, I don't feel like going out.
Really?
Yeah.
You should go out. Life is short, man.
I know. And sometimes I really, really want to, but then sometimes I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to go out with you. Maybe it's just the people.
Hello, is this Max Payne Griffin?
What's up, man?
What's up? You're on the MMA Roasted podcast. It's me and Vinc Pichel.
Yeah, buddy.
What's up?
What's up, man? Congrats on that recent win against Mike Perry.
Good job.
You beat him so bad his girlfriend left him.
I know. I saw that today, man. It's cold, man.
This is all your
cold
fault,
world.
man. This is all your
Cold
fault,
world.
dude. All your fault. So
I think you could blame me a little bit for that, you know?
now, now, were you upset? Do you think people were overlooking you in this fight? Because he was getting pretty much all the attention. All they kept talking about was Mike Perry, Mike Perry, Mike Perry. Did you like that, or did you take that personal?
You know, I think it's fine for now. You know, he was the bigger name. He was doing the big things, but, you know, I went in there and made it happen. What I don't like is all the attention he's getting now.
Yes.
You know, they're kind of acting like I didn't beat him so bad. It's kind of like, well, you know, he kind of had an off night.
No.
No, I didn't. If you watch the fight, I didn't let him have a good night. You know, that's what the people need to know.
No, yeah.
How bad I did beat him. You know, they're trying to. I feel like they're giving him more credit. Like, can he bounce back? You know, instead of giving me any kind of juice. So.
That last round, you were up 2-0. Did you feel like he was going for the knockout? Were you in danger at all?
Yeah, I mean, we knew for sure he's going to come out like a cannon. But we knew he was just going to be worse like he was in the first couple rounds, but he knew it had to be drastic. He threw some shots. You know, they said I was rocked, but I wasn't rocked. I've been rocked before in fights, and I have no shame in saying I've ever been rocked. And I was not rocking that fight. But, you know, it was getting intense. It was getting pretty intense at the end of that third. But, you know, I stayed composed and, you know, made it happen.
Did that fight go exactly how you saw it going?
Exactly. I honestly thought I'd be able to finish him. I hit him with a lot of shots. I want to say it was 70-17 in the beginning of the third. Significant strikes landed, and I hit him with some shots. It felt like I was hitting like a brick wall, like hard. And I remember seeing his head in slow mo, like wrap around my hand. It's dudes, you know. But dude, he straight took him.
Yeah, no, the guy has a great chin.
Tougher than I thought.
No, he has a great chin, and no one will deny his toughness. I'm not sure how far he will go just because of his fight IQ sometimes. I think maybe like, you know, you kind of know what you're getting with him every time. And that, if you could figure that out, like you said, you were quicker, you were sharper, you were better, you hit him harder. It was sort of like you just kind of fit. You just you know,
more unpredictable.
Yeah, you just kind of solved the puzzle that was in front of you.
Yeah, I feel like you know, you can't fight everybody the same, even if you have a certain style. Like even for me, like I was working the body shot, like the liver shot and the body shots with the left hand, but I didn't want to throw that, you know, because he's so powerful with that right side that, you know, I wanted to make sure I was protected. So I know these different guys you fight, you know, you could have done different things, but he was beyond predictable.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, beyond. I mean, we thought he was going to fight like this, but then we're thinking, like, he would really fight like this. You know,
he wouldn't
So,
dare.
you know, I have training partners that, you know, emulate. And, you know, my coach is trying to move the same like him. Just, you know, just so I kind of see what it's like. And I'm like, he better not fight like that. And, honestly, I didn't know how he was going to fight. I thought he tried to mix it up just because stylistically, I knew he couldn't do that. He just couldn't do that. I thought he tried to, maybe work more takedowns or try to, drive me into him. I don't know. But he was, and also the more he got beat, the better version of himself he was.
Yeah, no,
I bleeding. The blood was in his eye. Couldn't beat him more than he tried.
Yeah, dude, I think it was a great coming out party for you. I think that it was on Fox. Everyone saw it. Everybody was saw how good you were. You couldn't have asked for a better opportunity for you, and you really seized on it. So
yeah, that was a good breakout fight for you.
Now I got to talk. So you were born in Santa Barbara?
What's that?
You were born in Santa Barbara?
Yeah, I was.
Are you the only black person in Santa Barbara?
That's what I was gonna say.
I could have been. That's why I left. That's why they took me out of there.
Last of the Mohicans.
I moved to Sacramento when I was 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
But it was great when I was there.
So I mean, were your parents doctors? I mean, were you like the Huxtables? I mean, you must have done pretty well.
Nah, it was funny. I used to be a little butt naked boy on that beach all day. My dad would take me around. My dad was tall, man. He was 6'6", but he used to carry me around the neighborhood, carry me around Santa Barbara.
Were the white people the white people must have been very embarrassed that a little 4-year-old's penis is bigger than theirs on a.
Whoa! Stop pointing that thing.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, they must have kicked you out.
Before.
They're like, all right, go to Sacramento with your people. This is bullshit. Get out of here.
You don't belong.
Get him out of here. He's taking it with the girl.
And then I'm looking at your thing. You have a black belt in Bok Fu. What the fuck is Bok Fu?
Bok Fu, man. It's a mix of it's like a hybrid. It's like kung fu, karate, taekwondo, judo. Has some grappling in it. It's basically a hybrid of all the stuff that kind of works. Because not everything works. Most martial arts have it wouldn't work whatsoever in real life.
It sounds awesome, Bok Fu. And then I saw that you were Uriah Faber's head striking coach.
That was on Wikipedia. That is not true.
Okay.
I don't know. If it's on the internet.
But what
it's true.
I can tell you, it should have updated. What I can tell you is Uriah Faber used to be coached by my striking coach. Before he went all big time.
Now I was wondering about that because you live in Sacramento,
Master Tong,
but you don't train at Team Alpha Male or you don't train at Cesar Gracie. Like, why is that, and where do you train?
I train at Marino's Kickboxing in Sacramento. I also train at MMA Gold. Train at Team Carnage Jiu-Jitsu. I don't train at Alpha Male. Uriah used to go there, and we both. I mean, we're good, but we've had rivalries. I fought numerous Alpha Male guys in the local scene, and I beat them all. But we're cool. We're just. But
he's not allowed in the gym, is what he's saying.
I mean, is it because you're too tall? Like, do you not have to?
I mean, the doorway's only 4 feet.
Yeah, I mean, do you have to crawl? I mean,
it's been original stuff.
Is it like a doggy door that you have to go through to when you go into?
You gotta be able to shop at Baby Gap.
I haven't been to the new place yet.
So now you were 12-2. Now when you tried out for the Ultimate Fighter, season 16, you lost to Matt.
Right after mine. That was right after mine.
It was right after Vince's. Now you lose to Matt Secor. At that point, were you thinking about quitting? Was like your whole world? Were you like, "Fuck, this is my opportunity"?
It was bad, dude. I remember talking to Dana White before. It's like, don't be the one going back on that fucking bus.
Yeah, he told us the same shit.
Don't be the one.
You don't want to be on that
and
bus.
I lose, right? I'm like, fuck, I gotta get on that fucking loser bus, man.
So when you were on the loser bus...
I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get off the mat, dude. I was devastated, bro. Devastated. Imagine how devastated you would be,
Oh,
you leave, you tell your friends you're going to Brazil for a few months, they believe you, and then you fucking go, and you're fucking... I'm coming back. Fuck, man.
Trip's over.
You're like such a loser, bro.
But you didn't give up, though, man. You didn't give up. And look where you are now. A lot of people would.
No, it gave me some juice, man. It gave me juice, honestly. It was like, man, hearing Dana White and the coaches talk about how good I was on that fight was like, man, they like me more than the guys that won.
Yeah.
And it gave me hope. They did a commercial on me and shit. For the Ultimate Fighters, like they thought I belonged here.
Did you watch it?
I just wasn't ready at that time, dude.
Did you watch it while you were on the loser bus? Were you watching the commercial? Or?
No.
On the way back?
I didn't watch shit. I kind of boycotted it.
But then you finally get to the UFC, right? And they put you up against Colby Covington. That was your first fight. It didn't go as well. Did you know how good Colby was going to be? Was Colby that was a different Colby than the Colby now, right? Was he respectful towards you, or?
Yeah, we're cool now. We talked a little bit after my last fight. He said, good win to get that money. But yeah, the first fight, it wasn't my night. I was so starstruck in general. I mean, I thought I was fine, but looking back, being home after the fight, I didn't even think it was all real. Seeing Connor walking around, I'm signing posters with Rumble. I'm with all these guys, Bruce Buffer. You're like, you're fucking really here, dude. It was more, I was like a kid out at a ride, like at Disneyland. Like, dude, I can't believe this. Take a picture of this shit.
Right.
I was never in the game. My mind was never. I even got back home, Sacramento. I'm sitting on my couch like, did this shit really happen? I didn't even believe it. It was like I was in some crazy thought process. But yeah, I learned a lot. I wish Kobe the best. And we'll get it again. We'll go at it again when I'm ranked and up in the rankings. I think he'll be champ one day.
Well,
but
look,
I'll be back up there.
You came back.
I'll be back
You beat Eric Montano in 1 minute in Mexico. That's got to be pretty awesome. What was that like?
1 minute of mayhem.
Honestly, it's validation. Because I went back to UFC loss. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I got serious. I was like, dude, it's still a fucking fight. It's still a fight. Yeah, this shit's going on, but it's a fight. And to fight the Ultimate Fighter winner and go out there and just smash him was like, I could do this shit, It was like I belong here kind of thing.
Absolutely. Then you lose to Alaya Zusku. Isn't that the girl from Bring It On?
Yeah.
Eliza.
So Santos Zaleski, I could just say his name after fighting him for forever.
Right.
Was winning that fight, man. Got hurt in the first. I lost the close decision. Got fight of the night. That was like a near-death experience kind of fight,
Well, and then
that shit got me this fight.
Yeah, right. This fight, you go out now. Here you are. You're fucking killing it. You're married to your high school sweetheart. That is pretty damn awesome. At the same time, you must be missing out on so much pussy right now.
It's kind of funny. I mean, we're divorced now.
He's not missing out.
Oh, good. All right, good. Thank God.
Good.
I was gonna say, man, what are you out of your mind?
Who gets married?
Yeah, marry your high school sweetheart. You're a black guy in the UFC, fucking good-looking guy, killing it. So come on, man.
The guy used to walk you around naked, showing off to all the girls.
Yeah, your dad at 4 years old was like, look at my kid's dong. So
you got it from me.
But no, are you half black? Like you could be half black.
Yeah, I'm half black. My mom's Sicilian, like Italian.
Yeah, I know
and
that.
My dad's black.
Nice. Where did they meet? Yeah, where did they meet?
They met in the East Coast. I want to say New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, I've been there. Is your dad an athlete too?
Yeah, he's tall. He plays basketball. He's good.
Like pro basketball?
He was gonna, then he got in trouble or whatever. He was good. He played college ball.
So why did you and your wife get divorced? Your ex-wife?
Your high school sweetheart.
It wasn't right. It wasn't working anymore. You got to be happy in your life, and I wasn't. You got to be happy with who you're with. Life's too short.
Now, Orlando, did you after you beat Mike Perry? Were you slaying box? I mean, they must have been all over you.
No, my girl was there. We had a good time. You know.
Oh, this is before the
It's wild,
incident.
though. It's getting pretty crazy these days, man. Believe it.
Who's your girl?
Her name's Anastasia.
Oh my God, where does she dance at? No,
Yeah,
kidding.
that's
No,
totally name.
what does she do?
You don't dare. She works. She works a little corporate life.
Oh, nice. And where'd you guys meet?
Where'd we meet? We met at work.
At work?
Yeah.
At the gym?
No, my old job.
Oh, what's your old job?
Yeah, what is this? The plot's thickening now.
Look at we just digging in the tunnel.
Yeah, where'd you used to work?
You're like my son.
Wait, what's your old job?
No, I used to work in corporate America
Oh, nice.
at Blue Shield of California.
Oh, look at you.
Oh.
And you were banging the girl at work. Look at that. All right.
Banging his boss.
Hell yeah, that's how we got a raise. Well, look at you, man. Dude, you're killing it. Max Payne, you're a great father, right? You got a little 7-year-old, 6-year-old?
Yeah, got little Julian.
Nice. Julian.
Yeah.
And you got a nice girlfriend now, and you're up and have they offered you any more fights since your last one?
Yeah, we're talking about getting paid first. Cause that was the last fight of my contract.
There you go.
So I think it's a good last fight to have on a contract.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
It could be different than the other way around, you know?
Look at that. All right,
hey,
cool.
You guys still want me?
Nice. Well, listen, I'm going to be in Sacramento April 4th at Laughs Unlimited. I'd love
Will you?
Yeah, I'd love to have you at the show. Come support the comedy.
January, February, March, April.
Next month.
Yeah, if I'm in town, I'll totally go.
The last time you didn't get back to me. So this time you better come, man.
That was a no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes. All right. And listen, man, I'm really happy for you, man. You see? Oh, by the way, so when Perry tries to pull down your shorts at the weigh-in, right?
Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
What were you thinking during that?
You know, I don't know what I was thinking, but I know he didn't want to do it. You know, that's what I do know. I heard him talking after, he's like, I couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't do it, talking to a girl or whatever, you know. Maybe she jumped him because of that.
Maybe she wanted to see what you were packing. And
Yeah, maybe that's why she left him, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Who's your new girlfriend?
Right, exactly. Yeah, his new girlfriend is his new girlfriend's a horrible trainer. Now, when you were fighting Perry, did you hear his girlfriend yelling, "Break his leg"?
I did. Honestly, I did hear her little shit in the back. I was like, what? What is she saying? You know? Yeah, I was thinking, like, you better not fuck to try to pick my fucking leg.
You're like, yeah, with what? What does he got?
When she was saying that.
Like, what the fuck?
Better fucking not. You know?
Yeah.
I think that was just psychological warfare against you, and it worked.
No, I think she meant
Titty puncher.
I think she meant low kick. Is what she tried to meant, like low kick.
Yeah,
Do you
probably.
think she meant low kick, or do you think she meant like I stomped my knee out?
I think she meant low kick.
She might have been low kick because I had a kickboxing trainer that used to say that too. He break his leg. I think she meant low kick, honestly. But there are ways to say it, like you know, like punch him in the face doesn't mean like make his face explode, or you know, just like make him bleed his own blood.
Yeah.
If my coach said to break his leg, he'd mean to break his leg.
Yeah.
Go break his leg.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Well, listen, Max Payne,
Can't believe she said that shit.
thank you for coming on the podcast. You're a great dude, and keep up the good work, man.
Yeah, good job on your fight.
Thank you, guys. Let me know when you publish it, and I'll share it, get it out there.
Absolutely, man.
And I'll see you April 4th.
April 4th. Thanks, Max.
Yep.
Take care, man.
Later.
Oh, yeah, man. Peace.
All right, that was Max Payne.
How funny it would be if like Mike's girlfriend leaves him and then ends up with him.
Max Payne. That I can see that happening. That's what happened. Didn't happen with oh no, Travis Brown. Wasn't it Rhonda?
No, you're thinking of Tito and
No, but didn't Rhonda?
Tito's Jake Jim Jameson, and then he switched girlfriends.
Yeah, they swapped.
With who? Who did he switch with? With Chuck?
They swapped. No, but then when Rhonda lost, Rhonda was Travis Brown. No, Rhonda was dating Travis Brown, and then the Black Beast beat him up, and then said, "Rhonda, get your fine ass over here."
Yeah, we're on a fine ass.
Yeah, imagine she actually went to the Black Beast.
Oh my god,
that would have been awesome.
Did you see the interview he did at his last fight?
Oh yeah, he goes, "I'm going deep."
Yeah,
they should make his own condoms. Like when you want to go deep, Black Beast condoms.
The fucking name is perfect too already.
The black. Yeah, I'm actually writing for the MA Awards again this year. I got some funny ideas.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, excited. But yeah, man.
I love that dude. He kills me.
He's funny. What a funny guy.
He's so cool. He's just such a lighthearted guy.
Were you the one who saw him eating ribs backstage? Is that you? You actually
that's when we were in Auckland. We fought in Auckland.
You actually saw him eating chicken wings?
He had a full blown rack of ribs on a fucking plate in the back, eating it. Not even 5 minutes before
might even fight before his fight. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he had to take a shit. Basically.
Someone, I don't know who, but someone apparently took photos and was posting photos of him eating it. He was like hiding in the corner eating, like no one fucking could smell the ribs. You know what I mean? Like we're all back there in this one little area. You know what I mean? Like,
and he's eating ribs. And no one said to him, "Hey man, you got to fight in 5 minutes." Probably not the best idea.
Yeah, I mean, well, no one said shit. We're all looking at him like, okay, guy. Like,
yeah, who's gonna say that to him?
Yeah, right. Like maybe you shouldn't be eating a fucking rack of ribs right now.
Yeah, and then he would have actually done. I don't know if he would have beat Mark Hunt, but having to take a shit and tapping because you have to take a shit is not the best way to do it. You know?
Yeah, losing or tapping via shit.
The Black Beast. You're right though. You're absolutely right. He is like good for the sport. I think. I mean, he's a nice guy. You saw what happened in Houston. He was helping out all those people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Total good-hearted dude.
What a character though.
I know.
I mean, like, could you ever see like any other athlete doing that, eating wings on the side, like a basketball player eating a fucking plate?
I mean, Butterbean, shit. That's about it.
I used to love watching Butterbean fight.
I know, me too. I was actually watching an old fight of his the other day when he fought in MMA.
You ever see his fight in the WWE?
No.
So the WWE for a second was trying to do like real boxing matches.
Nah.
Yeah, and they had Butterbean fighting it, and he took this guy's head off. Google Butterbean WWE boxing. Yeah, I guess the WWE was mad at one of the guys for something, and then they made him fight Butterbean as his.
Oh no! One of the. Oh no way!
And then like that,
Mark Gunn?
like that. Yeah, look up Mark Gunn Butterbean if you want to see one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. I mean, one of the best. It depends on whose team you're on. That's a problem.
Just take this dude's head off.
That's a problem now I'm having with going to fights. WrestleMania 20, they have real boxing matches. How do they even get that passed?
Oh! You think really knocked him out?
Yeah, that's real. That's not like fake. That poor guy.
Bart Gunn.
Yeah, Bart Gunn got fucking killed.
He was a wrestler, wasn't he, Bart Gunn?
Not like a No, I think he was a real. I mean, he was a WWE wrestler. Yeah. And then I guess he went up against Butterbean and just got murdered.
Oh my god.
Butterbean actually could really fight.
He can.
You know, until Larry Holmes beat him, but I think it went like 12 rounds. Holmes was like 97 years old when they fought, though.
Yeah. Holmes is a badass too.
So we're calling Belal Muhammad.
Who?
Belal Muhammad. Who is on a 3-fight win streak. He's beating good guys. He's not like.
Who's his last fight?
Tim.
Hello?
Hello, it's Belal Muhammad.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? You're on the MMA Roasted podcast. It's me and Vinc Pichel. How you doing, man?
What up?
I'm good. How you doing?
I was telling him how great you're doing, man. You're on a 3-fight winning streak, just beating Tim Means as your last win. You've won 3 in a row now. You really turned it around, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm coming into my own right now. Getting more comfortable in the cage. Going in there and having fun a little more now.
I mean, I'm not saying that you were like doing bad. I mean, you were obviously 8-0 before fighting Alan Juban. That was a very close fight. I was at that fight. I was worried because Alan was the co-host. And then you beat Augusto Montaño. You lost to Vicente Luque, who's a fucking monster. But then since then, you beat Randy Brown, Jordan Mean, and Tim Means. So yeah, man. What do you think the main difference has been?
Honestly, I just went to I moved to Rupersport right before the Randy Brown fight, and I started training down there full time. Beforehand, I was like training in Chicago, but it was mostly like here or there, going around in different places, and being around different people and not really having like a full type of camp with a full structure to it. So now that I'm over here, I'm getting like full structure with great training partners, and I just have a good routine going now.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it's really showing. The Randy Brown fight, he was undefeated. They were really hyping him up. They were like, because he was, on that Looking for a Fight show. He was from Long Island, and you really took it to him. I think you surprised a lot of people in that fight. And then the Jordan Mean, another one. Was Tim Means your hardest fight, you think?
Yeah, Tim Means is probably my hardest fight, man. He's one of those dudes where, like, when I first got into the UFC, I was like, I don't care who, I'll fight anybody, but I honestly don't want to fight Tim Means. Just because he, with his elbows and stuff like that, I was always just worried about his type of, his style. But then when they called me for it, I said, I forget it, because I had Jesse Taylor before that, and I was happy to fight Jesse Taylor because I know he was just going to go in there and try to wrestle, really not a striker. And then they told me Jesse Taylor got popped, and their replacement was Tim Means. But I'm like, damn, I really need a fight. And he said, well, it's either Tim Means, nobody else. I said, I'll just take Tim Means then.
Taylor was the second guy who got popped trying to fight you. What is it with guys taking steroids before they fight you?
They got to get all juiced up to fight him.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, everybody got to get juiced up to fight me, man. Everybody's out here afraid. They see the swollenness on my Instagram, and they try to match it.
Do you think it's the beard? Because I think the beard scares me. So it's the thickness of the beard. Now I gotta listen. I'm a Belal Muhammad fan. I like you, but we gotta call a spade. All right. You came on the podcast about 6 months ago, and you told me CM Punk was beating everyone at your gym. He was taking down Ben Askren, and he was outstriking Anthony Pettis.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that's what you said. Were you covering for him? Were you being a good friend? Why did you lie to me?
Why do you lie to me?
If we're calling a spade, that 6 months ago when I talked to you, that was right before my Steve Carl fight, and you said I was gonna get my ass beat. So that if we're going back. No,
that was not me. That was that was my other co-host, CB Gold. I didn't say that. CB Gold said that. But
go. It's all into one if it's on a show.
Oh, bullshit. I never said that. CB Gold said that.
Seen them all.
CB Gold said that. And Steve Carl's a tough motherfucker. That was a big win for you, man. You actually stopped him. Steve Carl's a really good fighter. Congratulations on that one, too. But what I mean, was CM Punk ever beating Ben Askren in wrestling? I mean, did that ever happen?
No, honestly, like if you're thinking about it, you guys, everybody's looking at the point. Like everybody's coming at CM Punk like, oh, he had such a terrible debut and this and yada, yada, yada. But look at Mickey Gall after that. He sat there and he beat Sage Northcutt and he choked him out. And then that was another top prospect they were hyping up. So then he beat him pretty easily too. So, like, honestly, when I'm looking at it, that was just a bad matchup for CM Punk, his first fight. And then you're not even playing into the part that it was his first fight, first real fight. So, like, he didn't have that amateur thing to get all of his juices out of there and all of his anxiety out of there first.
Okay,
like,
so he was beating up Ben Askren.
Any UFC fighter or anybody else like that, their first amateur fight, every single UFC fighter is gonna say they went out there like a street fighter and started throwing stuff around. And he really didn't get time to that because Mickey Gall just went in there because Mickey Gall, as you can see in the Randy Brown fight, Mickey Gall has like no stand-up at all. So he was obviously afraid himself to do anything standing up. So he went in there right away and rushed in and tried to take him out right away.
Right, but that's not what we're saying, okay? We're saying that you said, look, you have a law degree, okay? You do have a law degree. I looked into you. You went to a really good law school, and I appreciate this argument, okay? But and look, I give CM Punk a lot of credit. The guy's got balls of steel. He walked away from the WWE. He's making a ton of money. He's like, I want to be a pro fighter. Do I think he should have been allowed in the UFC? No, okay, because guys like Vinc Pichel, there are guys out there who work their fucking ass off. Guys like you who have to go 7-0 in Titan FC and have to beg to fucking get fights in the UFC. And they're like, hey, you know what? We're just going to put you on the fucking main card. And that's, but that's not his fault. It's the UFC's fault. I can see why he's like, fuck it. Look, if everyone's standing in line and I go to a club and they go, hey, walk right in, I'm going to fucking walk. I'm going to go, no, I'm sitting on line like everyone else. I'm going to go walk right in. So I'm not blaming CM Punk. But as far as like, does he deserve to be there? No. But when you said he was beating up all these guys
Hell no.
at the gym, I started to go, oh, fuck, what if he really is beating these guys at the gym? So
it was just a fluke when he fought Gall?
Yeah. Now you're saying it was a fluke?
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm saying I'm saying the Mickey Gall fight was a fluke. Everybody's great at practice. Everybody at practice everybody goes back and forth at practice. This is a practice room, but like you said, under the lights, it's different. So he just had jitters on his first fight.
So he beats. So he beats you up at practice.
In fact, yeah, we go back and forth.
You go back and forth to like the water machine, and then go back to the mat. Like he actually beats you in practice.
He sends you to go get him water.
Yes, we literally rolled right now. We had jiu-jitsu practice today earlier, and he did catch me in the armbar. Like, I don't like to say what happened in the practice room. Whatever happened in the practice room stays in the practice room, but he did catch me in the armbar. And, like, he has talent.
And you weren't drilling.
Hated and stuff like that, still talking, but when he gets another shot into the cage, you guys will see a whole different guy. Now, I'm telling you, once you get out of that, after you get your first jitters out the way, your second fight, it's a whole different fight.
Vince, are you buying any of this?
Nah. I think it's all crap.
But hey, man, look. Now, when he caught you in the armbar, was it like, hey, practice armbars, and then he caught you, and then
were you guys drilling,
or was it live?
It was live. We go live. We go hard in this gym, man. We got a lot of great guys here. And everybody's going live every day.
He sounds like the ShamWow got him here right now. I don't believe anything that's coming out of his mouth.
He's calling him the fucking ShamWow guy. But I don't know. Well, listen, let's talk about you, man, because you're a fucking straight killer. After your last fight, you called out Colby Covington. You were very upset about Colby, about the way he's acting. What is it about Colby that really gets you so upset?
Honestly, the thing that gets me so upset about Colby is like he sits there, tries to be funny and talk trash, but it's like terrible. Like all this stuff is like corny and like if he, people are saying he has somebody writing his stuff for him, but the guy who's writing his stuff for him is even worse than him. Like when he says stuff, it's not funny, it's not entertaining, it's just garbage, man. It's just not funny at all. Like you can tell he was like that nerd in high school that always got picked on, and now he's coming out trying to be like the bully.
Right.
But he's just not funny at all, man. That's the only thing. That's the thing I don't like about him.
How do you think you would do against him?
I think I'd beat him. I think I'd beat him pretty easily, man. He sat there and he let Damian Maia piece him up a little bit. And I love going against wrestlers. I love making wrestlers try to shoot on you, and then when you defend a takedown, then they're stuck in your game of striking, and his striking is terrible. So I would love to piece him up.
That's interesting because Vince right here, by the way, who's 9-1 in the UFC, 10-1?
11-1.
11-1 is fighting an All-American wrestler. The guy's a 4-time All-American, D1 champion, in Gregor Gillespie. Any advice for Vince?
Oh, I already know Vince. Yeah, his last fight, I think he's going to piece the guy up. Gregor Gillespie's a beast, though. I'm not going to lie. He's good, but I think Vince is going to end up catching him on his feet.
Yeah, that's right.
So you got, here's a guy. Actually, Belal has a similar style to you because he doesn't really have a background in one thing. He's just tough as fuck, and then he's good at everything now because he didn't actually, right? You don't have an actual wrestling background or karate background or boxing, right?
Yeah, no, I just have everything. I have a street fighting background.
Yep, same here.
He has a Chicago street fighting background, which is like probably the most dangerous streets ever. See, Vince is from Canoga Park. It's really nice. I saw porn stars there. This dude's from Chicago. Now, do you have a fight coming up? Has anything, Belal? Have they offered you anything?
Nothing really. I went down to Vegas last week and Sean Shelby, and he just told me that I'll be on the Chicago card for sure. So we're just looking for an opponent now.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's going to be a good card. That's June 7th, I believe, or June 8th. Or maybe June 9th.
The next week after mine.
It's the week after yours. Who do you want to fight?
I'd love to fight Colby, but man, I was gonna look for Mike Perry if he won this fight, but he lost. Now I'm hoping to get somebody ranked. I'm looking for hopefully Cerrone if Cerrone's looking to fight somebody, or even like the winner of the Carlos Condit Matt Brown fight. Yeah.
Or what about we just had Max Payne on, who beat Mike Perry.
Yeah, he just beat Mike Perry.
So that'd be a good fight for you, right?
Oh yeah, that'll be another good fight for me. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I don't think he gained anything from beating him because Mike Perry has you already have the blueprint to beat him. Just move around and hit him and move. He does the same thing over and over. I think you just need to find a different gem to show him how to get in and use different styles to fight and get inside.
I know. I think the guy's very stubborn, though. It's the only problem. Sometimes your stubbornness is what gets you there, but what also keeps you from going further.
See how smart fighting is now? Like he's the other guy that fought him noticed the same thing, said the exact same thing about how Mike fights the exact same way every time. He never changes his style.
Yeah. Now, do you train with Woodley at all?
Yeah, whenever you have a camp, he comes down here for like 4 or 5 weeks.
How do you do against Tyron?
Oh, we do good. We do good with each other, man. It's just great having a champ come over here and just showing you different stuff.
I mean,
we have heard it back and forth.
I mean, that's got to be super inspiring on your part, though, right? I would think if you're going with the guy in your weight class who's the champion of the world, and it's competitive. I mean, you got to feel like $1 million afterwards.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like you'll go to different gyms, and like I've visited a couple gyms, and like you'll see guys that are in your weight class that will be like, "Oh, I'm not going to go with them because we may fight and all this other stuff." But like Tyron Woodley is the guy that he'll show you some stuff. He'll teach you some things just because he's just that type of guy. He's not sitting there worried about he wants somebody good to come and fight him. He doesn't want to sit there and be like, oh, I don't want to show this guy something, but we're going to be fighting later. So he wants you to get better. He wants to fight the best version of anybody.
Now, they're talking about GSP coming back, and people are floating the idea of Askren being his opponent. You train with Ben Askren.
Or him fighting at lightweight too.
How do you think that would go? Askren versus GSP.
Man, honestly, I think Askren beats him. Askren's style and wrestling, and he's just like relentless, man. And people underestimate his strength. He's honestly like a Khabib, where once he holds on to you, man, you're stuck. And then GSP's really not that good off his back, but I do think he'll be on his back because him and Askren can fight him. Yeah,
man, you got such a good camp because you look at you got Woodley, you got Askren, you got Pettis. I mean, you got guys that are just amazing in their fields. It's just like that's really good for you, Belal.
There's all top guys there.
Yeah. Now, what
yeah, man, exactly. Like I said, once I moved down here, man, it was just a whole different thing. Train with these guys every single day, and just get in their styles and learning different things from them, man. It just changes your whole game set.
Now, what did your parents say? You go out, your parents are from Palestine. Obviously, Palestinian people, like I said, great people, but could be very stubborn. And here you go, you get into law school, you get your law degree, and then you say, you know what, Mom and Dad, I changed my mind. I want to be a cage fighter. How did that go in the Muhammad house?
It didn't go good. It didn't go very well at all. My mom really hates it at all. My mom doesn't watch any of my fights. She'll watch it afterward to see like the highlights or something, but she won't watch it in general. And after every single fight, she'll be like, "Is that it? Is that the end? Are you done now? Did you get what you wanted out of it?"
That's what I always get too, for sure.
Yeah, maybe one more.
What about your dad?
My dad he's into the sport. Like at first he wasn't really into it, but now he's starting to at least watch it now. And then he'll come up to me to ask me different things about different fighters. So he wants to learn about it. He's getting interested in it a little more.
Now, when you lose,
but he's not like my mom though. My mom after every practice, after every time I come home sore or something like that, she's like, "See, you should be done now. See, you wouldn't be going through this. You just a lawyer."
Now, after that one fight you lost 4 fights ago, were they like, "Okay, are you done? Is it over?" Were they trying to tell you to quit?
No, they will never say that after a loss. They'll say that after a win. But I'm one of those. I'm a bad loser, so I'll be right back in the gym, no matter what, and then training a lot, 10 times harder. So they'll know not to even say anything like that to me.
Nice. Well, that's good. That's good that you got very supportive parents. Now, do you have a girlfriend or no?
No, not at the moment.
No chicks in Milwaukee? Are you on Tinder? Or,
is that where he's at, Milwaukee?
He's in Milwaukee.
That's why.
Nobody's swiping right. Nobody's swiping right yet.
Really? Nobody's swiping right on Belal Muhammad in Milwaukee?
Everyone in Milwaukee swipe right.
I would think that, But, I mean, what kind of picture do you use? Do you use a picture of you all ripped and fucking with an 8-pack?
Yeah. Is it a good photo when you're good fight photos?
I just have one with me with glasses on reading a book, so it makes me look like I'm more educated.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well, listen, Belal Muhammad, you're a good dude, okay? It was not me. It was CB Gold that picked against you, okay? And I'm happy for you, man. I think you got a very bright future. You're a very smart guy, underrated person, and I think it's only a matter of time for everyone knows your name. That's his nickname, by the way. Is Remember My Name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Remember My Name.
Remember my name.
So good luck with everything, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
Later.
All right. That was Belal Muhammad.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. Tough guy, man.
When You're like, oh, how'd they go over the family? I was like, oh, you're gonna fight her? You fight to save lives and be a doctor now instead of a lawyer? Like,
Yeah, I
you know how they are.
Can you imagine how much money they must spend on fucking law school?
Dude, and then him just be like, I feel like I want to get punched in the face for a living.
Probably $120,000 on law school easily, on top of the undergrad. So we're talking like $200,000. And then he's like making 10 and 10. He's making like 2 and 2 in Titan. First he's making like 1 and 1 in Titan or something. I don't know what they're making, but it's not that much, relatively speaking. And then he's like, oh no, I'm going to be a pro fighter. Is there money in it? Yeah, I just have to win 7 fights in a row, and then fight. Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? When I first started fighting and I joined Big John's fight team, I thought I was gonna get paid for training.
Oh, for training?
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be my job. Like I went there 40 hours a week, and you know me, I got trained to fight. Turns out I'd pay those sons of bitches gym dues.
Fuck. Remember when I first got like $100 from comedy? I thought I was rich. I thought I could like retire.
You're like, Mom, I made it. We're buying a house.
Well, it's funny, when I was in high school, I ran away from my boarding school. I was like 13. My parents sent me there, and I was like, fuck this place, because like I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and cut bananas for the whole school. That was my job,
shit.
and I missed it. And I said I was sick, and then they had me go out and shovel snow all day.
Because you're sick.
And it was in Maine. I had to eat by myself. I was just miserable. Aww. So I'm like, I'm running away, right? So I packed my bags. The bags were like bigger than me. I was 5'3", 94 pounds. And these teachers were like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm running away. They're like, well, how are you going to do for money? I'm like, I'm selling my baseball cards. At the time, I had like $80 worth of baseball cards. I thought that would the rest of my life I'd be fine.
Oh shit, that was probably a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
$80
back in the 20s.
Yeah.
And then, like, to this day, every time I see those women, because there's still teachers there, they're like, hey, you still selling your baseball cards? I'm like, okay, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they're nice people.
My mom always threatened me with boarding school. Me and my brother, because we were such little assholes.
What does your brother do?
We were just little assholes.
Oh, like for a job?
Oh, now? He's a headhunter. So, not like a bounty hunter. People always confuse it with bounty hunters. Not a bounty hunter. He doesn't chase people down like dog. He does headhunting, which is like I guess like a job recruitment service kind of thing. Like he finds people like for companies. Companies say, oh, okay, we need this many people, and he finds the people qualified for the job. Yeah, it's pretty good. He makes good money. He just bought his own house. He's doing pretty well. Is pretty proud of him.
Is he supportive of you?
Yeah, totally is.
Everyone's got to be supportive of you.
Oh, yeah. He always goes to my fights. He was out in North Carolina. My brother's my best friend, so.
That's cool that Belal thinks you're going to fucking smoke this dude. I think you will, too. I think as soon as you touch him, it's just a matter of figuring out how to get to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being patient.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just stay rangy with him. Just rock him with shots from the outside and then wait for a finish.
You might get him in a guillotine, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you rock him, the guy takes a bad shot.
Yeah, I think I could, too, because my submission skills are pretty good. I don't ever go for submissions, though. I don't know why. Yeah. For some reason, when I'm like in the heat of a fight, I've gone for submissions, and I've had them like almost work, and then have them where I'm like, I don't even want this.
You don't have one submission win?
I don't think so.
They're all knockouts?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you're like a orangutan. Orangutan.
Fucking gorilla.
By the way, you know Keith Berry?
Keith Berry?
Yeah.
Related to Pat Berry?
No, that's Barry. Keith Berry is
Barry.
Is a fighter. He was in Strikeforce in Bellator. Now he's boxing.
Okay.
And he's dating Jennifer Aniston. No, not Jennifer. Nicole Aniston. You know who that is?
Nicole Aniston. Why is this? Is that a porn star?
Yeah, one of the hottest porn stars. So he wants to come on the show.
I was like, why is that familiar?
Yeah. She's smoking hot. They came to my show together, and I wanted to be like, oh, I've met you before. You just don't know it. But let's see if he picks.
Hello?
It. Hey, Keith Berry.
Hello,
Keith Berry. Keith Berry.
Is this Keith Berry?
Hello, is this Keith? Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? It's Adam Hunter. You're on the MMA Roasted podcast. How are you?
Hey, good.
I know you called it off today, but I don't care. I want to talk to you anyway. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good. I'm just driving back from training right now. I'm rolling up my window.
Nice. Now,
from where training?
Now, Keith, you got you're in Vegas training, right?
Yeah, I'm finishing up over here with Jamie Huey. He's like my main coach, so I come over here and work with them the week before, and then kind of get all dialed in.
Where you train at out there?
City Boxing and then Extreme Couture.
Nice. Now
Extreme Couture's still there.
You're with Vinc Pichel, by the way, as well. Now, what happened with Misha and now? Are you a couture with Misha and Caraway and Johnny Nunez? Is it very awkward over there?
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things that I'm not about to be that guy. But I like Caraway a lot. My car was towed a long time ago, and he helped me out and lent me some money when I was down on my luck when I was training in Vegas. Just sometimes the fighter life isn't always the best. And he's a nice guy. He's a cool guy. He's a good person. But Misha, man, she's been going crazy. I don't know. She's been doing her thing. I don't know. I've been hearing.
Now, is it going to be your baby? Is it like at like the end? Are we going to find out? Because I honestly would not be surprised if we found out it was your baby.
If what?
If it was your baby?
Oh no, it's not mine. No, not mine. No. I never had any relations with Misa. She's cool though. She's cool people. But yeah, I used to hook up this chick at her house.
Oh, nice. Who? I used
to hook up with this girl, Emily Whitmire. She's actually a real cool girl too. I met her at Extreme, and then she was staying with Misha, so I'd go over to Misha's a lot, and that's when Brian and her were living together. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. So wait, so you banged Emily? Nice work.
You know Emily?
Yeah, she was on Emily Whitmire. She was on the Ultimate Fighter this year.
Oh, it's that chick?
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. She wasn't on the Ultimate Fighter back then. She was just kind of coming up, but she's a tough chick for sure.
Look at you. Now, by the way, so Keith Berry has had sex with every female fighter in the UFC, Bellator, and Invicta.
High five.
This dude, he can't even come to my shows.
No.
This dude, he's the most laid-back guy. He lives with Tom Galicchio and Smiling Sam. And you meet him, and he's like a nice, shy guy, but women go crazy over him. And now you're dating one of the hottest porn stars I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm not even kidding. I met her in person in like Miami. She a lot of times porn stars, you meet them and you're like, okay, they're not as hot as they are in the videos or makeup or
the camera adds a lot of beauty.
Yeah, something like whatever, like the load in their face is you kind of. This chick is a fucking 10. Yeah, a 10. And every day. Every time I go on porn, I can't even watch her on porn because fucking Keith Berry ruined it for me because I got to think of his cock in her. So thank you for ruining porn for me, by the way. But how did that?
I trust me. I don't look at porn either. It's done it for me too.
Now I got so many questions about that. Number one, how did you?
So many questions.
How did you get Jennifer Nicole Aniston?
Yeah, I've known her since 7th grade, so we kind of have a history.
Okay.
And I don't know, she's really cool, man. She took real good care of me, and she was like the best girlfriend ever. But we stopped talking like a month or so ago. Just like I got too jealous, man. That shit's hard. I mean, I give it to people that could do it, but fuck, like she's really cool though. I fucking like.
So she's available.
Like, 10 out of 10. She's fucking gorgeous, everything, but. It's just I got jealous. I fucked up. Shit happens. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I saw you a month.
Yes. How did you fuck up?
I saw you a month ago on my show with her. What do you mean you got jealous and fucked up?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
I fucked around and over the summer, and we had like a little break, and then it all just got all fucked up from there. It's one of those things. I don't really want to go into too much details, but she's super cool, man. Like. I wish I kind of didn't fuck it up, but life happens. You just kind of have to move on.
All right,
I tried to take a little break from her, tried to get away from her, and I fucking relapsed. And I went back and I went to the comedy show and fucking hung out with her again. But she's just cool, man. She works out a lot. She's a stoner, and I'm a stoner, so that fucking mix is good.
Oh, right on.
And just super chill. Our personalities like get along really well, But when it all comes down to it, fucking, I'm just, I just get too pissed and I'm just too jealous. And she's at the top of that shit. And I can't be in all that,
Wait, hold on. Who did you cheat on her with? Angelina Jolie? I know. Who did you cheat on her with?
I wasn't even cheating because we were on that break. I'm doing air quotes, but just this fucking brace face in my hometown. Just fucking something that I don't even want to talk about. But yeah, we weren't talking for a month over summer, and then I kind of was like, I'm going to do my own thing, and then we got back together. I just didn't mention anything about it, and then she found out, and it's pretty much cheating because I deceived, I lied, so whatever. But
that's not cheating.
I mean, if you guys aren't talking, that's technically not cheating or
you guys are on a break.
Dishonest at all.
Yeah, but when I came back together, I probably should have mentioned, I was kind of like hooking up with this chick, and I just, I probably should have been more transparent. But
Did she know the chick?
no, she didn't know her. It was just some gym little groupie, you know, pro ho.
And she wasn't banging out other dudes in this month of
Pro-ho.
not talking.
That's so funny. All right, so okay, now a lot of our listeners, though, okay, they a guy like you, okay, because I know some of the girls you've hooked up with. We're talking about like probably half the girls in the 135-pound division, half the girls in the 115-pound division, and now a bunch of porn stars. Like, how do you do it? You're not rich.
You know what?
You're not even that good. Like, how do you get these girls?
I just fell into it, you know, man. When I was 19, I lived in the Valley. I went to Northridge, and I lived with this chick, Randy Wright, and she would shoot pornos at my house, and I was 19, and I'm just like Tory Black, all these really big, well-known porn stars, and I just kind of met them all, and I was friends with them, and I never hooked up with any of them, and I just kind of was, you know, I was in, so I would get other hot girls because, you know, they see the attention from these porn stars, but, you know, I had a good gig going, but then, Nicole did me in. She's beautiful, man. I always think after I was done with her, I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to get anyone as hot as her because I really think for my type, she's fucking, like, gorgeous. She's like 10 out of 10. I can't get better, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but also having her fuck dudes on camera, that's got to get to you.
For money.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll get to you. Yeah. It'll wear on you.
Yeah,
mentally, and especially with fighting, man. You got to be clean, you know. You got to train every day. You got to think about what you're doing, and you clean your life. You want a chick, you know. Obviously, she supported me 100%, but in the back of my head, I'm like, she's going to work tomorrow, and you know what the fuck work is like. It's pretty crazy. So it's mentally draining, you know. So it's tough.
Did she ever bring home other girls for you?
No, she mentioned it and stuff, but I wasn't really ever into it. I kind of liked her, you know. I liked her a lot. She was, you know, and I still like her. She's cool. I've known her for so long. I know her more than just like this porn star that everyone sees, you know.
Right.
But
no, right.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, and okay, so let's talk about the fight. You got a fight coming up this Saturday?
This Friday, I'm boxing for a fundraising title, 175 in Irvine, at the Marconi Museum.
Okay.
Marconi Museum.
Now, you're 4-0 as a boxer, right?
No, I'm actually 2-0.
2-0.
The last two opponents last year kind of pulled out, so this will be my third. So I'm looking to be 3-0.
3-0. They call you the KO Kid. You're fighting at 175. Yeah. Now, who's your opponent going to be?
Nathan Sharp Davis. He's out of Modesto. Tough kid. He's 2-0 as well. 2 knockouts. I'm 2-0, 2 knockouts. So it's for like a weird like suit and tie fundraising event. It's like a private event in Irvine. It costs like $2,000 a ticket. It's just basically to raise all this money for like kids and stuff, so they could open up like small boxing gyms in bad areas and stuff like that.
How many ring girls are you planning on banging Friday night?
All of them.
Like this dude, he's unbelievable, man. Now your last fight, I was at your last fight against Kevin Casey, which was a draw, but that was a war. That was a great fucking fight, man. And I mean,
Casey's a tough dude.
Yeah, no, this dude right here. I mean, he's you know, this guy, like I said, the KO Kid. He's his record. I'm looking at it right now. He's had 30 fights. 15 wins, 13 losses. They've all been wars, though. And he had no amateur background. He went right to the pros. And he's a good fighter, a really good fighter. You beat a lot of good guys. You beat Cortez Coleman in Bellator. You beat a lot of good guys. You lost to GM Vellante in Strikeforce. Lost to Trevor Smith.
Yeah, he just kind of took me down the whole fight.
Lost to Brock Cooper. But yeah, you've beaten. I mean, you have a lot of Bellator wins. You're 3-2 in Bellator. Are you gonna go back to mixed martial arts?
Yeah, you know what? Boxing just kind of pays more right now, and I'm really enjoying it. So, and I'm doing my real estate on the side.
And it's easier.
I got an escrow that closes the day of my fight. So I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah, double payday.
Yeah, I'm just gonna box for a little bit. I mean, Bellator kind of hit me with some low money the last fight with what they offered me. So I'm like, you know what? It's worth it to box and just get a better MMA fight coming up. But yeah, man, I've been living the fucking monk life and celibate and just fucking training every day. So I'm looking to knock this guy out and just rack up a bunch of fights this year. Try to go hard, you know. So I'm 30. I probably want to only do this for a couple more years. So might as well go hard the last little bit.
Fuck, man, you make me feel so much older now.
Well, come on.
He's like, I'm 30. I'm only gonna do this for a couple more years.
Yeah, but he's had 30 fights. You've had 11 or 12. You know,
Sanctioned fights.
Sanctioned fights. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I started off like street fighting. I'd like meet up with friends. My friends would be like, "Oh, well, Keith could beat up your friend. Let's meet up in Elsinore." And then I'd have all these like street fights when I was a kid and all this bullshit. And then when I was 15, I had my first amateur MMA fight with Thomas Denny up in Victorville, and just beat the shit out of some guy. And then they DQ'd me after I knocked him out. They said I grabbed his headgear, and then after that I turned pro, and then that was it. I won the King of the Cage title twice, and then got fucked around with too many chicks, and then messed around, and then been back and forth. So chicks have really been the thing that kind of takes me down. So now that I've been single for a bit, hopefully
don't you worry, brother. They take us all down.
Yeah, but what do you do with these? I know a couple fighter girls, and I hear your side of the story. I never heard your side of the story. I just hear that like you end up having sex with them, they end up liking you, and then you don't call them back.
I mean,
that's my boy.
It's hard for me to like a lot of people. I don't know. There's only certain people that I really can be around a lot of time. I don't know. And some people I just get sick of. I don't know what to say. People get sick of me too, though, man. You're making me look like I'm this pimp, but people get sick of me too. You know, they're like, fuck this guy.
No, come on.
So,
who gets sick of you? You seem like a nice, reserved guy. You're not annoying. You're polite. You're a gentleman. I mean, why are people getting sick of you?
I don't know. It's mostly sometimes if I get bored too quick. If I'm with a chick and stuff happens, we hook up and it happens too soon. I don't know, man. I'm weird.
Who's better in bed, porn stars or fighters?
I don't even know. I would say Ashley, her Nicole, was probably fucking the best chick I've ever been with because she was just fucking so beautiful and so she was like a sex goddess, man. So she was number one. But other than that, I mean, maybe I'd say fighters because I've only been with one. She's really the only porn star I've been with. So
what now?
I've been with more fighter chicks than I have porn stars.
Name 7 fighters you fucked.
No. Put everyone on blast real quick.
Yeah, put everyone on blast.
Boom, 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 boom. I could probably name that many. I don't know, but
yeah. Well, listen.
All of them in Vegas.
Keith Berry. Good luck.
Dude, your show was super funny, by the way. I have to say, dude, I was fucking laughing my ass off. We had a really good time, me and Nicole and all of us, dude. You're fucking good, man. You got a bright future in comedy. I'm fucking looking forward to watching.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. You have a bright future in fighting and porn as well. So you have a very bright future, man. Good luck at the boxing, dude. I wish I can go. I don't have $2,000 for a ticket.
Yeah, that's
but where can people? Is it gonna be streamed anywhere?
I'm just gonna try to record it and then I'm gonna post it on my social media and stuff because
yeah, they charge a $2,000 ticket. They're probably not streaming it.
I'm gonna get some type of video and then I'm gonna try to post it.
Where can people find it? I mean, find you.
It's my Instagram at KeithBerry949 and then I have a Twitter at KOKid951 and that's it. You can look me up on Facebook, Keith Berry. Whatever.
Well, keep up the good work, man. I like this whole new Keith the Monk Berry.
The Monk.
I like it. I like how you're, staying out of trouble. No more pussy. This is good. This is gonna end well.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get AIDS.
Oh, I'm gonna be a monster after my fight. I'm gonna be going after a monster. Right now, I'm just like a caged animal. I'm just trying to hold it all in, fight, and then afterwards, who knows what happens. Well,
good luck with everything, man. Take care, Keith.
Thanks, brother.
Take care.
Thank you, man.
Later.
All right.
That was Keith Berry.
That's pretty good.
A fucking funny guy. Jesus, man. But yeah, dude.
She's boxing.
Yeah.
June 7th, he said?
No, this Friday.
Oh, it's this Friday?
Yeah. In Irvine.
Oh, it's the other guy. Never mind.
Yeah. Fucking Nicole Aniston. Oh, geez, dude, I swear to God, I was in Miami. I went to a strip club, Tootsie's in Miami, and these chicks would just grab your penis and be like, let's go. I was like, no, I'm not paying for this bullshit, but at the same time.
I'm not paying for this.
But at the same time, the girls were smoking hot, and this chick was like the hottest. She was like the feature dancer. They brought her in. And
You've dated a porn chick, haven't
I've
you?
dated plenty of porn stars. I could probably answer all the questions that I asked him.
I wonder if I could. I wonder if I could date one. I don't know if I could. I don't know. I'm not a jealous guy. But I don't know if I could date one.
I never. Actually, I would say I dated them. I dated like 2. One of my dated wasn't doing porn anymore, and the other one was a contract girl, so she wasn't working. They like contract girls, like they buy them out. Like Vivid goes, okay, you can only do Vivid movies.
Oh, okay.
So you only work like 7 times a year. You go to like conventions and shit. So I was never. This is a girl, Kaylani Lay. We were only dating in between her jobs, you know. So
in between her jobs.
Like I remember one time she was like, I like looked at her porn, and in the back she had like. She had like 2 dicks, like a dick in each hand or something, and I'm like, oh, this is hot. So the front cover, she was naked. I turned her back. I'm like, not so much. She goes, don't judge me. I don't judge your comedy. I go, I don't have 2 dicks on stage while I'm telling jokes. And she fucking kicked me out. Get out
what? That was it? That crossed the line?
That she got mad at that. So and then she goes to me. She goes, I don't care how many bitches you date. I just want to be your number 1 bitch. I'm like, well, I just want to be your number 1 dude tonight. Just tonight. Yeah.
Just tonight?
Yeah, exactly. She was a cool chick, though. So a lot of them are super cool. The ones that, like, porn is, like, the very beginning they're fun when they're just starting out because it's all wild. And then, like, it hits, like, bad. And then but then if they stay in it, they're cool at the end, usually. You know, like, towards the end of their career. They're like, seen it all. You know?
Once they matured.
Yeah, exactly.
From getting stuffed full of dick their whole career.
Right. So what do you got coming up, Vince?
I just got my fight June 1st in Utica, New York, against Gregor Gillespie. That's all I got going on now, so I'm just training for that, or semi-training for that for now. I'm not super hardcore training yet because I don't want to peak too early. You ever hear about that? Like people tell you, like, talk to athletes, especially fighters, about like timing their peak performance conditioning.
All the time. I mean? Yeah. All the time. You can burn out. Wait, you peak out like a week before, 2 weeks before, and then it's like you're fucked.
So me, like, I figured out for me, it takes me about 6 weeks to like fully peak. And that's like if I'm constantly training and stuff, you know what I mean? And then when I hit it hard, like my hard like training camp, 6 weeks is like the perfect amount of time for me to get to like that peak condition.
That's good. Perfect. This Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be in Syracuse, the Funny Bone. Next,
yeah?
Yes. Next Wednesday, the 14th, I'll be at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach. Bakersfield, March 16th at Meet Peru in Bakersfield. March 17th at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Is that what it is?
Yep, March 17th.
Wow. Sacramento, Laughs Unlimited. Comedy Palace, Laughs Unlimited, I'll be there April 4th. April 13th and 14th at the Comedy Palace in San Diego. Portland, Oregon, April 26th to the 29th. And then Off the Hook Comedy Club, May 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th in
the rest of the month.
Naples, yes. And then Minneapolis at the end of the month. I mean, May 10th in Minneapolis. May 9th to the 13th in Minneapolis.
Damn, you're all over the fucking place, bro.
I got a kid on the way. I got to make sure she eats.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, how's that? How was that? How was the stressy relationship like knowing that there's a kid coming now? Like, has it changed anything?
Yeah. Like when I at like 8 in the morning, I'm like, I gotta get fucking wake up. I got a kid. I gotta pay for shit. Like, yeah, I don't care as much what people think during business. I'm like, no, you got to pay me because I need to make money. It's like,
do you feel like it put a little more stress on you, like in that aspect?
Yeah.
Like now you legitimately have like a responsibility.
I have a person that needs to eat because of
you have a legitimate responsibility now.
Fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. And I'm already trying to figure out like what I'm going to do Monday and Wednesday for wrestling practice, how I'm going to take the kid to drop him off. I'm going to have to get a babysitter to come to practice and watch him. And
oh my God, I didn't even think about all that.
And then like if I do a podcast or moving to a house, like where I'm going to take the kid during the podcast and like it's already like we're trying to figure this out.
I wonder if there's something where you could like, people like pay babysitters.
Yeah.
I always wondered. I wonder if there's people out there that would like love to like rent kids. You know what I mean? Like instead of having babysitter, like you rent your kid to someone, they pay you to like.
I was gonna do a sketch where like I get a baby for like Up Runyon, and all these girls like, oh my god, what? And you're like, oh, I'm just babysitting, and then you can like meet chicks that way, and then at the end you like give the kid back, for like an hour. That was kind of funny. So anyway, listen.
I've asked to borrow kids like that to do that.
Thank you, Keith Berry. Thank you, Belal Muhammad. Thank you, Max Payne, for being on the podcast. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So and thank you, Vince. You're the best.
Thank you, Adam.
We will talk to you guys soon.
Trap songs and trap dansen. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Та нар дуудан дур булаа мууруулаа.